This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John Hein and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop the clock. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, I dish all the details on what happened when me and Ronnie went to Vegas and how he came up with his new catchphrase. You don't want to miss it. Check it out.
Speaking of Vegas, Benji, Ronnie's out there doing his annual. You host this thing every year now, right?
I don't host it. I'm
co-host.
Guest presenter.
Presenter.
Oh, guest presenter.
Yeah, the first year I co-hosted it, and then they started using comedians after that.
So how many years is this been for you?
That was the fourth. This is the fourth year.
Fourth year.
All right. So you're doing, but
Exotic Dance Awards.
okay. But other than that, you're doing other stuff for Ganji and Howard TV.
There's a convention during the day,
Right.
And Ronnie has to appear
Gentlemen's
at the
Club
Rick's,
convention.
Right, Gentlemen's Club, and Ronnie appears at the Rick's Cabaret booth.
So, like, what goes on at a Gentleman's Club convention? So you go there, and so there's a Rick's booth, and what do you do at the Rick's booth?
Pretty much, you just hang around and say hello to people.
But why would somebody go to the Rick's booth? Like somebody thinking about being a franchisee?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
And what happens is at this convention, there's everything from like people selling couches for clubs, people selling like liquid floors,
Poles,
lingerie.
lights,
Is there like a
everything,
funny
yeah.
money distributor? Or?
No, but there's like wristband distributors. There's like everything that
Everything
you can think of.
Liquor
Yeah,
companies.
liquor
They give out
companies.
samples.
All
I
right.
mean,
Yeah.
Now, did you say stop the clock off the top of your head, or was Ganji telling you to say stop the
well,
clock?
I said it, and then he said, "Gee, that's a cool new catchphrase. Keep using it."
But Ronnie, okay, at that point,
But he
right?
used it
Hold-
multiple
but
times.
But
hold on,
I've used
all
it.
right.
I've used it before.
Hold on, at that point,
Okay.
because I don't know what your relationship with Ganji is. Do you stop and you go, wait a minute, Ganji told me that's good. Is he fucking with me, or is it really good?
You don't know because the way he tells you, it sounds like it's good.
But that means he's good at what he does.
Yeah, I guess it is. I guess he is good what he does, that little fuck.
So at the moment, are you thinking I got another topless here? Like I've got something else I could.
Well, that's the way Ganji makes you feel.
so
know.
that's what you thought.
Yeah, well, now I realize what he did.
And Ganji, you
He's
know,
making, he's making a TV show is what he's making.
Some, like I hang out with Ronnie a lot, so he'll say things, and I'll be like, "Oh, Ronnie, that's great!" Like, and I really like pump him up, and I'll be like,
Such a
"Ronnie,
woman.
that's the way to do it." Like, "Oh, you should definitely do that." And I like because I know I'm like, and I just can't wait to get the camera going so I can get it on tape.
Well, there are a couple of things that I noticed this morning. The first thing is, I think Ganji's like a funny guy, but to me, on the air this morning, he was like on fire funny. Like he's never been funnier.
Yeah.
And you seem to be his muse. It's when he mixes it up with you, he was like banging away.
I know. Otherwise, he's a stale fucking piece of bread.
The other thing is, I'm shocked that like you were yelling at him this morning. You were so surprised, and I go, wait a minute, wasn't it a mere 6 months ago that Ronnie was on the air giving Ganji's eating schedule and busting Ganji's ball?
exactly.
So I thought it was funny that you were so irritated when you guys give it back to each other.
Dude, he put up a thing on Twitter the other day. A platter of mozzarella. Did you see it? Did
No.
you follow him?
I didn't see it.
He puts up a platter that he ate for dinner of mozzarella and tomato and peppers and all kinds of crap. He goes, "This is my dinner. It was so good." This huge platter. He ate this whole thing by
So
himself.
you're saying that platter's his hot chick of the week?
Yeah, that's his hot chicken of the week. Believe me.
Let's get back to whoa, 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 stop the
whoa,
clock.
stop the clock.
And that was my favorite part of this whole thing was I by accident just said stop the clock at one point, just goofing around, and he goes, no. It's whoa, 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 stop the clock.
Yeah, right.
Like he
Don't mess
stopped
up my
to
thing, man.
to correct me that I got his catchphrase wrong.
So when you go to the Gentlemen's Club convention, I hang out at the booth for a little while, say hello to people. We have girls there, and we hang around with them. There's photographers come around, take pictures, and then I'll go around with Ganji, and we'll like do interviews, or we'll just go around scouting out the whole thing, see what's going on, say hello to people. And it's a convention.
How deep are you into the culture in the sense that, like, if the show ended and you could put up the money, would you ever, like, say you wanted to move to Phoenix, Arizona, would you ever open a Rick's?
Well, first of all, you can't open a Rick's. There's no franchises.
Oh,
of
it's
Rick's.
not?
No. Rick's is totally owned by one person.
I thought it was a publicly traded company.
It is,
but you can't. Okay, would you ever?
He's not a franchise.
Would you ever open a club?
I thought about it, but there's a lot involved. Cabaret licenses, liquor licenses.
I honestly think
approvals from towns, townships, wherever you're opening it. It's a lot. It's
He
a lot
could be
involved.
like a consultant. Like, he could definitely be hired as a strip club consultant. Like, if he wanted to go that route.
That's great.
He
That's not a bad
absolutely-
idea.
Hot girls.
Like
He could.
fly me in.
I got to
and,
tell you,
you know.
because they all listen. Like, a lot of times Ronnie was, like, giving advice. Like, I mean, I can't remember. Oh, like, he had a really good one, too, and I
Dude.
can't remember what it was.
At the Best Buy, with the Best Buy machine, like the Best Buy machine.
Yeah.
You know what? You know when you go in like to the airport and Best Buy has a machine where you could buy like iPods and stuff right in the machine. Well, they had the same type of machine that they want to put in strip clubs where they put what would it
Vibrators, like stuff like that.
Why would I need a vibrator at a strip club?
I have no idea, but to put it in all, I don't know where they want to put them.
Right.
But anyway, this girl Daisy Dukes, who is a porn chick, and she's a really nice girl. They're really nice people, a lot of them. And I said to the guy who invented this machine to put this stuff in, I said, "Why don't you come up with a miniature Daisy Dukes pussy that vibrates?" And put it in the machine. He thought it was the greatest idea in the world.
Because what guy wouldn't want to be seen at a strip club by
No.
pussy?
Yeah, but you stick it in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Ganji, who go home and jerk themselves
Imagine
off.
you go to the party lot, there's like 10 used pussies on the ground.
Sounds like you could be a consultant,
Ronnie
That
could
may
be
be
a
in your
consultant.
future.
He's got advice.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we covered a lot of topics. Jim Brewer was on the show, and we talked about how great he was. And he talked about his dad, and so we talked about what would make Howard cry if anybody on the show died. And that got us into a whole discussion on how religious everyone on the show is. So here's how it happened.
Today, stopping by again, friend of the show, longtime friend of the show now, I guess, Jim Brewer. And Brewer always has stories, and he always has the energy and the family stuff. But the Steve-O thing today just took it up another notch.
Well, not only did he have the impersonation down right, but he had the words and the phrasing down right. And I'll tell you, the one part of when he told the story about him being with him in London and they're going to set his hair on fire and there's nobody there. This is one thing that Steve-O does all the time. I go, Steve, please don't do it. He goes, dude, I've done it 1,000,000 times. That's his line. But, of course, he's done it like once or never.
Now, I also thought it was interesting, speaking of the London thing, that Jim had the attitude of, not Steve-O isn't a comedian. He understood what Steve-O brings to the table, one in the audience, but also in entertainment. And it seems like other comedians would say, well, he's not a comedian. And there's an attitude that Jim just doesn't have.
Yeah, and if you get caught up in that, then you could just play with a bunch of comedians. Maybe not in front of anybody.
Now, the interview started with Howard saying that he loves Jim's book because it has it in the bathroom and he refers to it all the time, so he knows it very well. Do you take that as a compliment when someone tells you that they have your book in the bathroom?
Absolutely. Yeah, it means they like it. Listen, even if it's in the bathroom and no one reads it, it means they want to read it.
And it represents you, like when other people come to your bathroom.
That's true. I remember one time we went to Jackie's bathroom and we saw there was a book that was in the bathroom that was the funniest book. It was something, I don't know whether Nancy left it there on purpose, but the book was Coping with an Alcoholic. So when you go to somebody's bathroom, you look at the books and you try to read into what the hell's going on.
Of course. Now, Jim is now moving his dad in because his mother was beating up his father. But Jim's relationship with his dad, he's talked about a few times on the show now. I mean, do you know anyone else who takes care of their family, both their parents and their kids, the way that Jim does?
He really, when I met him, I just thought he was a funny guy and he's sort of this wild, insane comedian. But from reading the book, and I even talked to him off the air a lot about his dad. He's really one of the most loving people I've ever met. I watched the trailer for that movie. If you go to Jim Brewer's website, you can see the trailer for the movie he's talking about. And it's funny because he's totally breaking his father's balls, but you can see it's out of love.
Yeah.
And then there's parts you can see even in the trailer where it's got to be a lot of love. Like he's got to change his father's diaper and all that other stuff. And a lot of other people would say, I can't handle this. I got a wife and a family. I could put my dad in a place where he could be treated, just as well, but he wants to do it.
I mean, along those lines, early in the show, Howard played the clips of Jimmy Kimmel crying when he's talking about Uncle Frank, and Howard's like, I'm just not, I wish I could be that way, but I'm just not that way. And Brewer and his dedication he shows, to his father, and I think Shuley was asking people in the back, like, what could drive Howard to actually cry on the air?
The only thing I could think of is like maybe if Robin died, because there's such a close bond between them. I said, if I died, I think Howard would be really sad, but I don't think he would cry. Fred, I don't think he would cry, but I think Robin maybe would make cry. But yeah, it's just not, when he tells those stories about his family, And you see it a lot in even your friends. Now that we're, I'm 50 and I see my friends and their parents, and you see how much of them comes from that. It's just who he is.
I remember one time, I think he started to, or you could definitely hear when he announced his divorce, or around that period.
Yeah, he almost cried on the 60 Minutes piece when he went to his old neighborhood.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. That was another one. And there was something else recently that happened in the last year or two where it looked like he was going there. It might have even been when he did an interview. And I remember they joked about that he was about to go there, and whoever was interviewing him sort of switched gears, so he was lucky that he didn't.
Well, he was on the new CNN guy. You're talking about?
Piers Morgan?
I can't remember. It was one of those shows. And by the way, just to just digress for 2 seconds, Uncle Frank on Jimmy's show, one of the nicest guys I ever met. I mean, huge fan of our show, nicest guy in the world. And I said to Howard, like, to me, it's a testament to Jimmy that how awesome it is that you get your own show and you could take your favorite uncle and put him on and put him in sketches and have him be funny. It wasn't like a pity thing that Frank was on. He was funny.
No, Jimmy involves a bunch of his family on his show, and you could tell. I know you could put them on because they're in your family. You could put them on because they're entertaining and funny, and Uncle Frank certainly was that. But you could tell how Jimmy feels about his family and the closeness there. Whereas when you hear Howard, I think Howard is extremely close with his father and his mother, even though his dad's very standoffish with certain things emotionally, and his mom, his mom's his mom. But I want, unfortunately, and I hope it doesn't happen anytime soon, but his folks are getting older, and if he loses one of them, I think that's going to hit him real hard.
I agree. So I said his parents or Robin. I did say when I got interviewed by Shuli, like his parents. But, even watching the trailer from the Brewer movie, like, and I wrote about this in my book. I had the same thing with my father. My father and I, and Jim Brewer says the same thing, we never told each other we loved each other. I never said, Dad, I love you. Well, I probably did, but my father didn't say it back to me. But I never for a second doubted my father's love. It just was, World War II veteran, it's just not his way to say that. And that's just how people can be.
What do you remember, like, what your dad would say back when he said, I love you to him?
I don't think I said it really to him until he was sick. I might have said it like once. I might have said, hey, Dad, love you.
Yeah.
And he might have gone, yeah. I don't know, like a grunt. No, more like a grunt. It's just like, it probably made him a little uncomfortable.
But you knew the feeling was there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's
Do
interesting.
you tell your dad you love him?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I mean, like my kids and I, we say it all the time. I mean, I almost make it a point to say it to them.
Do you kiss him?
I do.
Where do you kiss him?
On the cheek.
Okay.
It's not to grab a little ass. No, I kiss them on the cheek. They're my kids.
Do you say that to your dad?
I do. My dad, I love my dad. I'm really close to him. I definitely, and I feel very much loved by him, by both my parents, but it's more something my mom would say back to me than my dad. He's very loving to me and will express loving, but doesn't call me up and say, I love you.
No, I don't think very many dads do call up their, I don't know how old you are, but
we do
son
kiss
and
no, but there are moments in life where it may come up.
Huh?
Of course, I don't think anybody's dad. I don't call my kids up and go, "Hey, I love you."
Well, I do
but
that.
There are moments
but I do that normally whenever I hang up with my parents. Like, talk to you later. I love you.
What does your dad say?
Look forward to talking to you on Thursday. That kind of, no, but it's not like an uncomfortable thing. It's just not as much his style to say. I use it as a goodbye.
I think I don't know who put up the note, but I think what drove Howard to almost cry was he was talking about his father being how proud he was, and that's really what got to him on the TV interview.
I think the thing for Howard too is it sounds like he and his parents are in such a great place right now, but it might not have been the same place 20 or 25 years ago. And again, having been through this, you get to a place where with your parents, is the older you get, the more you appreciate certain things and forgive certain things and understand certain things. And once you get there, it makes you closer.
Well, Jim certainly loves his mom and dad. He makes that very clear. The other thing he talked about a lot was his religiousness, but he wouldn't call it that. And then he talked about, of course, the maid being possessed by the devil, which we'll get to in a second. But would you consider Jim a religious person? I mean, his wife is one thing.
I get the impression Jim was raised in a religious background a lot like I was, but the difference is he's married to someone who's super religious, so he has the religious knowledge, but a lot of the religious wife is rubbing off on him, which doesn't make him religious. But there's a fine line between religious and superstitious. He seems to be a little of both.
What did you think of the maid being possessed by the devil?
I thought that was amusing. I don't think she really was.
Well, Jim does, apparently. Benji?
Well, he's sort of fence about that. Does he really think she was possessed?
You don't think it was a clear case of possession? Like, I didn't get it, but I think it's cool. I don't like, but I've never heard of cases of possession where I think like, oh, that's a definitive like case of possession.
Who do you think the most religious person is around here on our main staff?
Well, overtly or in reality?
Both.
Because overtly, I'm going to go with Sal. Sal's one of those guys who I don't think is very religious, but was beaten down as a kid like a Catholic. So he's like, oh, you can't say this, you can't say that, you got to do this, you got to do that. The most religious person here. See, Benji's proud of his Judaism, but I don't know that necessarily makes him religious. I don't know that. Do you consider yourself religious?
I'm really interested in it. I'm really interested in is there a God, is there not, that kind of stuff. But I don't have a strong belief.
I don't know who is the most religious person here. It's not me.
But I do follow some religious practices.
I don't know.
My vote would be overtly or covertly. My vote's for Sal. I mean, Sal is the only person who he's talked about it before, his beliefs.
If it's, I'm real curious because he's so strong opinion about stuff, and I would think he was Steve Brandano. I bet he.
I was an altar boy, but I'm not very religious now. No, but Lisa G's religious.
No, she's not.
No,
no.
What about Howard?
I mean, Howard, not what I would consider.
I put Howard in the Benji category. I don't think Howard doesn't go to temple or anything like that. I think he appreciates the historical aspect of it, and the heritage more than the actual religion.
Well, I did ask, and it might be out of respect for his parents. I remember once on the air, like God forbid, when his dad passed away, would he say the mourner's Kaddish, which is a very big deal in Judaism to respect like someone that's passed away. He said he would.
Oh, listen, I went to the funeral of a very close relative recently, and it was this really weird moment because I got up to take communion. I haven't taken communion in 30 years, but I did it out of respect for everybody that was around me.
Yeah.
There's also a difference between being a traditionalist and being religious.
Right.
And you brought up Lisa. I think Lisa is more of a traditionalist than she is.
Well, she's not. I don't think she's very traditional.
Well, I mean, she like in terms of observing the holidays and things like that.
Oh, you mean she just takes off work when there's a Jewish holiday?
No, well, yeah, I guess that's traditionalist in a way. That wasn't referring to that.
The weird thing is if you go a little deeper into our group, probably the most religious person here is Ross. He observes a lot.
I would say I'm probably, if you're going by practice, I'm more so than him probably.
When do you ever practice?
I for the most part, like I don't eat milk with meat. I'm vegetarian now anyway, mostly, but I wouldn't eat before that. I wouldn't eat milk with meat. I wouldn't eat pork. I wouldn't eat shellfish.
Dan and Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey, Dan, what's up?
I think Scott the Pace is probably one of the biggest religious nuts.
Well, we don't even know what religion is he. He says he's 1/16 Jewish.
He's an asshole. That's what kind of religion.
No, I don't think he's very religious.
Well, it kind of came up with Brewer. Like, what do you do? Do you find religion as is a definitive belief in God?
John's question was, what I took from it, who's the most traditional religious here, not what your faith is, but Sal, do you think do you find yourself to be very religious?
That's a tough question. I don't like going to church. I really don't believe in church. I go through the traditions of it, like Christmas on Christmas Eve and whatnot. But I think religion is just your own personal communication and relationship with God. That's what I think religion is.
Does your family go to church every Sunday?
No, but we did when we were younger. I used to go with my my Nonna Pizza. That's what we used to call her. So we used to go with her, and she had the saints, the Madonna with the dollar wrapped around it, and she would pray for that. And my mom has a huge picture of Jesus Christ over her bed with big wooden rosary beads hanging down over it. So we're religion. I guess my family's religious in that sense, but I'm not that deep into it.
By the way, what Sal's talking about, my mother had them, my grandmother had them, religious statues, and you put. You tape money underneath them. And the only reason I bring that up is that goes back, you have to turn the statue over to put the money under. And that goes back to one of the greatest lines in the history of the show when Pat Cooper's yelling at his mother. And he said, Mom, you never turned over a statue in your life. That's what he's talking about.
And I tell you, as a kid, being at my grandparents' house, I was, especially when the ice cream man came by, I was always tempted to take that money. But my grandmother always told me, you take that money, something really bad's going to happen to you. You would get bad luck.
So what's the difference between that and voodoo?
Probably nothing. Voodoo is generally what?
I could put a spell on you.
Yeah, voodoo's more of an African religion. I think the Madonna with the money is an Italian thing.
But you believe in God, right?
Yeah, I believe in God. I believe there's something out there. I think there's something that we certainly need to identify with. I think we got here by some reason. I don't, there is. I think we all have a soul. I think there's somebody that we could communicate to. It's just there, and I think it's important to do that.
John, where do you fall in
terms of
how religious would you say you are?
Not very. I'm more traditionalist than religious, but religious enough to go through the the exercises, whatever else of being a Long Island Jew.
My friend used to call it a revolving door Jew.
Yes,
because you go in for those 2 holidays.
Well, I don't even go in for the holidays anymore because I felt a little hypocritical about it. But now, setting an example for my kids and all that stuff, I still do.
Wait, that's interesting. Why, if it's not important to you, do you feel it's important to set an example for your kids to do it?
I set the example to my kids that if you don't believe in it and you go, that's disingenuous. You're better off going when you feel like you need to be there. My wife feels that you should go.
Oh, wait. So you're saying you don't go to show your kids?
I didn't go before, but now I go.
But wait, you're saying that you should go if you believe in it.
Right.
But how's that setting the example for your kids if you don't believe it?
Because I made the point for a number of years.
Oh,
and
so
then,
now you
and then we all talked about it, and they said it would mean a lot.
We
if
just
you
like your
came,
company. Okay.
And I said, okay, I'll go.
Okay.
And complain about it the whole time, which is what a lot of Jews do actually. During
I think Catholics too. Don't worry.
Yeah, we do big time.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, we were talking a lot about Robin and her laughing at Howard when Howard talked about getting in touch with the weatherman. And then we moved on to Mad Dog Russo, but I saw Howard pop up on the screen, and he wanted to clarify why he got in touch with that weatherman and just didn't understand why Robin was laughing at him. So naturally, we talked to Howard, we gave our own opinions, and here's how it all went.
Hey guys, thanks for taking my call. Go Blue, John.
Go Blue.
It really came across on the radio that Howard was pissed off at Robin when she just started laughing, but I cannot blame Robin because I just thought it was really cumbersome the way that Howard was explaining that he had basically his own personal weatherman tweeting to him, and it was hilarious. I was laughing along with Robin, and just it seemed like the weatherman was like maybe wanted to have some kind of contact with Howard and Beth that he had this inside track that he was giving inside information, which was all known to publicly anyways. But it was really funny, and I think like Howard said, after he put in perspective with Mike, with Mad Dog and Mike, and so that it should be water on the bridge and not taken with a grain of salt.
I think the thing that pushed it over the edge wasn't Robin's initial laughing. It was her continued laughing.
Uncontrollable laughing.
And later uncontrollable laughing. And then you heard Howard's voice turn and explain, what was going on with the weatherman.
I also thought it was interesting. It's one of the handful of times I can remember tension like that between Robin and Howard, at least that I was aware of it.
First of all, Robin has a personal captain, so I don't know why she's yelling at Howard for having a personal weatherman. But I also think, again, the way Howard told the story today makes a lot of sense. It was somebody that Beth followed on Twitter, so they became Twitter friends. In the age of Twitter, you become quote-unquote friendly with people a lot easier. Like, I became friendly with ESPN's Matthew Berry on Twitter, and I sometimes email him for fantasy, news or updates or something. And I don't consider him my personal fantasy guru. I don't think Robin would laugh if I said, "Oh, I emailed this guy for fantasy stuff." So I don't know why it's so funny.
No, actually, I think they were actually already friends.
Right.
And what Howard said,
yeah, they were friends before.
He said, "Oh, hey, follow my Twitter. It's good for me to follow."
If you were friends with a guy who was a weatherman and there was a big thing going on, you thought you might have you had to evacuate, as for instance, and you might have information an hour early. Why wouldn't you take it?
I've called the Yankees before because I have some friends that work over there, and they're always monitoring the weather for games.
I can see Robin's point of view a little bit because it's a little bit like you're like, okay, come on, I know what you're saying on TV, but tell me the truth, like what's really going on,
right?
Like they're doing, but I can see like that you really do like, okay, I'm specifically like right here, what do you think? I would ask, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Brian in Ohio, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, you guys just talked about exactly what I was going to say, but I just thought it was so ridiculous that, didn't you guys notice that Howard changed his story as Robin kept laughing? And it got from, we wanted to know what the weather was like, so we called the Sam Champion, and then it was, wait a minute, we didn't call him, he called us.
It wasn't Sam Champion, but go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry,
it's
it was somebody else. I can't remember.
John Bolaris.
Anyway, but didn't you notice that it changed to, okay, we just ended up following him on Twitter, and that's how we found out?
No, that's not what they said. He said the way the whole conversation started was this guy, was it Belaris, John Belaris? I guess he's friends with Beth and Howard, and he said to Beth, "Oh, can you follow me on Twitter?" Like maybe he called her up, said, "Because I'm doing all these hurricane updates on it."
Okay, I don't know. It just seemed like his story started changing the more uncomfortable he got, and that made for such great radio. I was dying.
There's not one person in this room that if they weren't friends with a weatherman wouldn't call him for a little person. Like it makes total sense. I don't think it's crazy.
And Benji, when you're saying like, tell me something that I should know, I don't think it's that. But what if a guy's not going to be on the air for 2 hours?
Yeah.
And if he's sitting in front of it right now and he goes, "Yeah, I'm going to go on the air in an hour. This is what I'm going to say, but I'm telling you early. So if you have to evacuate, here's a way to get out early."
I think. Listen, it was the most fascinating thing. If you lived in the East Coast going on, it's interesting. It was an interesting
Every
thing to
channel
ask
on TV had constant. You couldn't watch anything else but storm coverage.
Yeah, but you don't know.
So there's no
I got to
reason.
tell you, some of those people I don't trust.
They're lying. The weathermen are lying to you.
No, I think in my mind, and I know I'm crazy for saying this, some weathermen are better than others, but they're probably all the same.
And I also think, okay, if I had a friend that was a weatherman and I called him, what I would be hoping to hear is, "Look, dude, the storm looks like it's going away. We're still hyping it up for the ratings, but don't worry so much about it." That's what I'm looking for.
Here's my thinking. I think Sam Champion is very believable. The reason is he's been on the air for 20 years. If he sucked as a weatherman, they would have fired him already. So he must know what he's talking about.
So
and what I'm saying is ridiculous.
Dr. Frank Field was your guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Growing up, Dr. Frank Field was a legend.
All right. Howard, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Hey, first of all, I'm calling in because I'm listening to the discussion about John Belaris, the weatherman, and people are saying I changed my story. The story is very simple, and I want a chance to clarify this because I still think Robin's laughter was inappropriate. Here's what happened. We know John. John lives in our area. He knows where we live. We were being told to evacuate. I said to Beth, I think it's ridiculous. Based on the weather information I'm getting, I think we should stay where we are. Not going to move 3 cats and a dog. It's ridiculous. We're staying, and our neighbors are staying. So I told her that. She's friends with John and said that she was talking to John and said, "Oh, we're staying." He said, "Hey, can I speak to you guys about that because I want to tell you something." He called and said, or Beth called him, I don't remember which it was. But in any case, they had a discussion in front of me where they said, "Hey, Howard thinks we should stay." And he said, "I really don't think that's a good idea. And here's why. Because of what the tides are going to be and this and that and the other thing, that it's going to be, crazy and there could be flooding and all of this." And so he advised us that my decision was not accurate, that it probably should leave. Now, what the fuck is so funny about that?
I got to say, what you just said to me made total sense, and I'm not being a kiss ass. Yeah. Because we were agreeing with you.
I'm not looking for a personal weather forecast. I made a decision to stay. He heard about it. I didn't tell him my decision. But he said, "Hey, I hear your decision. Look, I'm a professional weatherman, and I know the area because I live there. And I'm telling you, it could potentially be a lot worse than you're imagining."
That makes sense.
I think
he's a friend who was concerned.
I think Robin heard it as, we talked to our own personal weatherman, and that's why we decided to do what we did. I think that's the way she heard it.
I don't even really know John as a weatherman. In fact, he had to tell me what he did for a living. I'm not familiar with the local Philly market. And he, in fact, had said to Beth, "Why don't you follow me on Twitter? I'm doing all these hurricane reports." And so she's a friend, and she said, "I'll follow him on Twitter." So I don't know. I mean, listen, why would that be funny? I think Robin laughed way too long.
Yes.
And I didn't understand it. I'm not angry with her.
Would it be fair to say you were irritated?
Hold on a second. Ronnie and I are about to die. What's going on up there? Drive safely. He's in a fucking rush. He's like a mental case. Easy. It's not funny.
Stop the clock.
Howard, were you pissed, at her initial reaction or the fact that she just went into hysterics?
I felt the
over
laughter was going on, and in fact, I felt that she was laughing because she'd gotten caught up in me saying, "What do you think so funny?" And then she just couldn't answer, so she kept laughing. I didn't feel the laugh was real.
Interesting.
I thought the laugh was real. I don't know about you guys.
I don't think so. I don't think it was. But Robin, I wasn't mad at Robin. I wasn't, and that's another thing. I'm not angry with Robin. Listen, Robin is there to react and do things on the air that are provocative and interesting, and to be herself.
Well, maybe not mad, but you could be. It could have irritated you or make you feel bad.
It irritated me because I didn't think it was funny. I mean, I didn't. I was like, well, what is funny about a guy calling up and saying? Maybe I didn't explain it well to Robin, but
we all got it.
Yeah,
Robin.
you did.
Yeah, we all understood.
I mean, so I thought, well, maybe there's a joke here that I'm not getting, that there's something crazy in the fact that this guy's a weatherman and he's concerned about us and thinks I'm making the wrong decision.
Well, Benji was saying before, it's one of the few times where he sensed genuine tension between you and Robin. As that was going
I didn't have. Honestly, I wasn't upset or angry. I was just like, well, I don't understand what's funny.
But you seemed to me that you were.
I was irritated.
Yeah, maybe not at Robin, but at the situation. Like that
I was
seems
irritated.
Yeah, that seemed to be real.
I'm
emotional.
irritable all the time. I mean, I'm always irritable, Benji.
Howard, what's your gut on Bubba after talking to him today?
Oh man, I don't even know if I want to tell you my gut. I think Bubba and this is all. By the way, this is based on nothing. Okay, I think Bubba's a wild guy. I mean, genuinely wild. Not a radio guy posing as a wild guy. He's wild. I think he's wild. I think she's wild. And in my imagination, by the way, I'm purely making this up. I have nothing to base it on. That she gets a little crazy and he gets a little crazy. Like maybe even open marriage stuff. By the way, I just totally made that up.
Right, but if that were the case, when it comes, can open marriage last forever, or does at some point it get weird for one person or the other?
I don't know.
I think that's what must have happened. Somebody got weirded out by something.
The last time both of them were on the show, she was complaining that he wasn't having sex with her enough. I mean, that was the major complaint. That was like a year or two ago.
So then I start to think. Now, by the way, based on nothing. But then maybe he was getting it on with chicks, and then maybe she started getting it on. I mean, this is nothing.
Yeah, but hasn't Bubba said that on the air, that he does that sometimes?
I don't know. Bubba always presents himself as a wild sexual person. So who knows? Ronnie, what do you think's going on over there? Keep your eye on the road. He's getting excited. No, I don't really know, but I would have to say that is where my imagination is running wild, because I think he's wild. He probably has a couple of broads. Maybe she's got a dude or a couple of dudes. Now, by the way, this is all my fantasy.
In your fantasy, do you think he wants to be back together with her?
Yes.
See, in my fantasy, she got something going on the side, but it's not dudes.
That's hotter fantasy.
But that's just my fantasy.
I don't know. Radio guys are a very different breed than most people.
Well, you're very different than most radio guys.
I am. I'm not, because I've been sequestered. I'm a self-imposed exile. I'm more sort of on my own. But a lot of radio guys, they bond. They have lots of hijinks. Like Bubba's a man's man. He has lots of bros. They hang out. I mean, anything could have gone wrong. And when he says he's, preoccupied with a lot of different things, I don't know. It feels like there's more to the story.
So Bubba's trying to win her back?
I don't know. I can't figure it out. It depends what the scenario is.
Yeah, I just think that he really – I felt like he didn't want to give anything away today, and he was going to bear the brunt of it for, say, it's me, because he just didn't want to talk about anything.
But didn't you think
he actually sounded today like a guy who's already lawyered up. So he's like the lawyer saying to him, you shut your mouth, Bubba. Don't say a word. I don't care what good radio comes out of it.
See, I took it he was doing kind of the Sal rap, like it's me. I'm my focus is in the wrong place. I need to spend more time. That whole thing that Sal did when he had his issue with Christine and the emotional friend.
Yeah, I don't know. Sal's story is the most outrageous. Like, Sal's got this hot wife who doesn't want to have sex with him, and then has an emotional friend. I don't know. Could that be Bubba's situation, that she's got an emotional friend, like a lover or something?
I don't know. I don't know.
I bet she has emotional friends.
Bubba can get lots of women. I know that. He's very masculine.
Well, he definitely Bubba seemed to imply something happened, because he said, whatever happened, I'll take the blame.
Yeah, something happened. So maybe. So when I hear a guy say that, this is all my imagination, that he's with chicks, and then all of a sudden she says, fuck this, I'm going to go get a guy, and then he gets pissed, something like that. But who am I to even think that for a minute? I mean, Heather's a Sunday school teacher, isn't she?
I think you might be right.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know who the hell knows what happened. I mean, you never know, and maybe we'll never know. But he lives a wild life, Bubba.
And he was also torn with I know what makes good radio, Howard, but I don't want to answer your question. Yet if I don't answer it, then I'm not going to make great radio for you.
That's why I think he's a guy who's already gotten a lawyer.
Interesting.
Lawyers tell you to shut your mouth, because then when it comes to a settlement, they'll whip out those phone conversations with me.
That's true. I've seen many a conversation be subpoenaed.
Or it could be that he really wants her back and he doesn't want to screw it up.
Could be that.
Think?
It could be that too. I think this deal is done.
Yeah, I think more of what you said. A guy who lawyered up, who's got to get his ducks in a row, and doesn't want to say anything to fuck that up.
Hey, Howard,
She seems like, by the way, a really nice girl too. So, in my heart of hearts, I'm being honest now that I really do hope Bubba patches it up with her and they have a nice, long, wonderful, loving relationship. Because divorce, especially with kids involved, is maybe the worst thing. It just explodes a family. And don't forget, Heather's been raising his son with him, and he's been involved with her daughter. So, it's just the worst thing in the world. And also, you really do. I don't think people value their marriages enough. Like, when you have someone who really has your back and things are going great, it can really be the most valuable relationship, ever in your whole life. There's nothing more valuable than that. So I hope they work it because I like Bubba and I'd like to see him have some peace in his life.
Howard, I'm curious. Like, if you talk to Bubba off the air,
right,
does that make it really hard for you then to discuss it on the air because now you know something?
Yes, I don't want to know anything. I'd rather sit here with you guys and be in the dark and make my conjecture.
It's so funny. We just had a guest offer to us today, and the guest wanted 10 minutes alone with Howard before they came in there. I was like, I'm not interested in that.
No, I won't do that. That would be worse than anything.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, because then what's the point? Whatever that guest was going to tell me, and I'm not going to mention her name, but if that guest had something to tell me in private, that's the whole time I'm interviewing them. I'm going to be thinking about that. I'm going to go. I know I'm going to ask her about it.
So are you still going to reach out to Bubba, or are you going to avoid that because this is kind of a fun issue to talk about?
No, I will reach out to Bubba actually. Although from what I hear, you can't even get in touch with Bubba. He's a top secret guy.
But Howard said to Bubba point blank today, he's like, I'll tell you it off the air. And Howard's like, no, I don't care. I want to hear it now.
I would actually be worried if he told me off the air anything confidential because if I accident, people tell me so many things, and I'm on the air doing a free association on the air, 4 or 5 hours sometimes, that sometimes I forget what I'm not supposed to say.
Howard, that's funny because it was like 2 weeks ago. I told you something during the break, and I said, not for the air. And luckily it wasn't a big thing, and you came back and you said it, and John Hein started laughing. He goes, didn't you just say to Howard during the break, not for the air? And then you said it.
Let me tell you something. I have no memory. I have no idea that I'm not supposed to say that on the air. I'm not doing it to defy anyone or to mess anyone up. I literally do not. When you're on the air, when I'm on the air, I swear to you this is true. I listen to the replays because I don't even know what I said. I don't know half the time what I'm saying. I don't remember it. It's not a scripted program. So, it's like just coming out of me. I'm almost listening to the show as it's happening. It's not how much time would I have to sit there and really analyze what I'm saying? I don't have any.
Howard, one last question, then I'll let you go. Was Steve Leeds waiting outside your door when you left today?
No. Steve wasn't. I love Steve. Steve's a good man, but waiting outside my door is really uncomfortable because
if you listen
to a conversation.
And if you listen to the show, which he does every day, that's like on the 10 Commandments of things not to do.
People don't believe that applies when it comes to them.
That's true.
I swear to you, remember we were saying on the air how Tim always gets me right after the show?
Uh-huh.
Tim came up to me today, and he goes, you're not angry with me. I go, of course not. He goes, I have to come up to you after the show. And I go, you do? He goes, well, I have things I want to say, and I don't care. I can't wait. But I go, Tim, and I got uncomfortable. I said, well, yeah, of course. It's like Tim doesn't think it applies to him. How many times have we had this discussion with Tim?
A lot.
Yeah, we just say, Tim, look, I'll deal with you all day. When it comes to our radio channels, I'm there 24/7 for you. I said, all I need is a half hour after the show to unwind, where you don't lay everything on me. Because my opinion is useless after the show. I'm fried. I just need 20 minutes to meditate, and then I can meet with you. But he doesn't believe it applies to him. He thinks I'm kidding.
Does that apply to him being in the studio as well, Gary?
No comment.
About you? When have I ever said that to you?
No. I said, does that apply to Tim being in the studio during the breaks?
Oh, yeah. Well, we've told Tim that. We said, Tim, there's no need for you to be in the studio. He goes, no, I need to be there to hear what's going on.
Do you know that there's some days, we have such limited time during the commercial breaks, that there's some days that I sprint in front of Tim as he's going in to get to you before he does?
Tim's a pisser. We're walking out today, and there's like 500 people in the hallway. It's serious, and like that whole thing is like so annoying because you want to just get out, and people get excited to see me, and they want to talk and stuff. So under my breath, I go, oh no, because I open up the door and I see it. Tim goes, do you not want to go out this way? I go, no, I'm going to go out. I go, but Tim, do you have to walk in front of me? You're going so slow. If I could just move quickly here, I can get through this. You're blocking me. It's like you got to move out of my way.
Oh man.
So but I love Tim. Listen, let me tell you about Tim. There isn't a better guy on the planet who could be the program director of these channels. First of all, I'm nuts. He deals with me beautifully. He manages the place fantastically. People actually like him, and he works his ass off. I couldn't be more grateful for him. So the idea that Tim bothers me right after the show sometimes. In a way, I like his exuberance, too. You know what I mean? It's sort of a mixed bag, because if he wasn't that exuberant, he wouldn't be that good as a program manager. I really do mean that.
We all love Tim.
We do.
No, Tim's a great guy. He really is. And he works so hard for us. And he really is the man. He's the man. He's the man.
All right, Howard, I'll let you go. Thanks for clearing up. I hope you feel like you cleared up the whole weatherman.
I feel I did. I feel I needed to defend myself.
And never let a woman who has her own private captain make fun of you for having a private.
I heard that point. I like that point.
Thank you.
Well, we've been gone for 2 weeks, so there's certainly a lot to talk about, but I can't really think of what that is. I mean,
a lot went on in that 2 weeks.
We had an earthquake, we had a hurricane, there was a lot of weather stuff going on.
How long did you have to abandon to because you were evacuated, right?
Yes. I tell you, I'm the worst planner when it comes to hurricane planning. We don't get a lot of that in New York, but my wife and I, we have 3 cats and a dog now. It's like that Crosby, Stills and Nash song, 3 cats and a dog. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy because of you. Yeah, we ended up first deciding to go to Vermont.
Oh, really?
Which would have been genius, because Vermont got hardest hit out of anyone out here in this area.
That would have been hysterical.
Yeah. By the way, I came back to Gary being super phlegmy.
Oh, really?
This morning. Oh, my God. It was really bad today. I just tried to muscle my way through it while I was eating.
Do you think it's because you've forgotten, or is he worse?
I don't know. Maybe I'm...
You're just not used to it.
I think he's worse, but today he's like extra phlegmy. He was like... And he doesn't want to clear his throat in front of me, so he just gets worse and worse.
Does it often happen that, then he can't even get the words out?
Yeah. And then he walks away and he just goes... and like he waits for me to play something so he can quietly clear his throat. I don't think he unloads till he's here. I think he builds it all up for 2 weeks and then lets me have it.
I'm fine now.
Now you're fine.
Yeah, it's just it's that thing. It's a 20 minutes of you staring at me and me knowing this is coming.
I didn't stare at you.
Oh, I know that you know.
I looked away.
You and I have this unspoken thing going on about it that's so fucking weird. And I know that you're going to do this, and it makes me crazy. Because I'm fine now. There's no phlegm in my voice now. Nothing.
I know. But he gets in front of me, and he goes...
So this is psychological now. Every time he sees you, he gets phlegmy.
Some people have psychological problems, and they turn to drinking, or they hallucinate. He just gets phlegm in his throat. I wonder if John, Hein, and JD noticed. They're in on it.
Do you all look at each other?
No, I've given up. I just try not to throw up while I'm eating. Did you notice it today being really bad, JD?
I didn't notice it in here, but I was like finishing putting stuff on my wall, and I heard Gary come out of the studio and go,
yeah, it's disgusting. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness. So he has to really get it out once he leaves the room.
Yeah, listen, that happens to me too while I'm on the air. I mean, it's natural to have something like that happen, but what I can't leave. If he could just walk out of the room and clear himself.
But then he'd never get to talk
I mean, you want me to
to
keep
you.
doing that? You want me to stop in the middle of something and go out and clear my throat?
I think so, yeah. I think I do.
Okay, because that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
And you just have to deal with it, you know.
So disgusting. I don't know. What can I tell you? So,
welcome back.
Yeah. Well, anyway, getting back to this hurricane thing, I might as well tell you what happened. So,
Yeah, you were talking about being a bad planner.
Yeah, so we wanted to get there was danger of flooding where we are, so we wanted to get the cats and the dog. First, we were going to go to Vermont, just my wife and I.
And you were going to leave the cats and the dog.
Yeah, and she goes, so I don't feel right leaving the cats and the dog. I go, they'll be fine. Because I knew the hurricane was going to be downgraded. I just did, but then I couldn't guarantee her that it would be. So then all of a sudden, I'm like 10 minutes from leaving for Vermont, and I realize I checked the weather forecast again, and they're saying that Vermont is in the trajectory of the hurricane.
Right, you're moving right into the hurricane.
I go, what am I doing? I'm going to drive 5, 6, 7 hours to Vermont.
To be in the hurricane.
To be in a worse spot? Where am I going to go? I wanted to go to my parents' house, but then I knew that would be a disaster because my mother doesn't like pets in the house. She doesn't like the dog or the cat. She likes animals, she claims, but she doesn't like them in her house. My whole life growing up,
She likes them in a zoo.
Yeah, I wanted some sort of pet, and she would go, listen, animals are not meant to be in the house.
Oh, dear.
So I knew if I brought,
She'd be miserable.
I said to Beth, my animals all spend time in North Shore Animal League for the most part. I said, they're in cages. Can't we put them in a cage in my parents' house for 24 hours? So we're thinking that through. Like maybe if there's ever another hurricane, we would at least have a place to go and get one of those huge cages, And so for 24 hours, they're in a cage.
But Long Island was going to be in the hurricane.
Yeah, but
they
weren't
higher.
evacuated. Yeah, they were hired. So I didn't know what to do. So Beth said, let's go to my parents in Pittsburgh. So now I'm going to Pittsburgh. Long story short, I spent 3 days in Pittsburgh, which was actually...
Not that bad?
Not bad at all. We had kind of fun. Her parents weren't there for the first 2 days. They were visiting her grandmother.
Down in Florida or something?
Yeah, well, no. Not in Florida. She lives in Erie, but not they had a regularly scheduled trip. So it was like, okay, we'll go there. We'll set up the cats. We'll set up the dog. The whole idea was to get all set up. And we did.
Well, I thought it was hysterical because I don't know if anybody realizes this, but you've never been to Pittsburgh before.
No, I used to say to Beth, don't you think I should go where you live and I should see where you grew up? And every time I would say that, you'd be like, no. So I said, okay. But then she was into it when I was there.
Yeah?
We saw some great things in Pittsburgh. I went to the Petco. Not Petco, is it called... what's the pet store like where you get pet supplies?
Well, there's PetSmart and there's Petco.
Maybe I was at Petco. I don't know where I was. I was at some pet place.
Like a big pet place?
Went to a couple of restaurants. The worse in Pittsburgh than in New York. We went to a restaurant with our parents one night, and then the waiter press released it. Like, there was a whole big article about what I ate.
Really?
And what I tipped.
Oh, I have to read this.
And I was like, wow, I thought Pittsburgh was mellow. It's worse than New York.
What you tipped? That's not...
Yeah. He was very generous, left a 50% tip. He loved here's what he ate for dinner. And
well, he's really drumming up publicity for his restaurant.
Yeah, well, he probably figured I'm never coming back there, which I'm not, even though it was a good restaurant. But the food was good. It was tasty.
They have good restaurants in Pittsburgh.
They sure do. I'm not a New York snob. My mother is. When I used to work in Detroit, I'd have my parents out once a year, and I remember making like the best reservation I could in Detroit at the greatest steakhouse or whatever the place was. And my mother would come to New York and go, look, this isn't the Big Apple.
Like they know good food.
Yeah, well, They claim they do.
They eat at Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I know. Meanwhile, the food was delicious in Detroit. I mean, New York, if anything, especially a steakhouse, they were known for the best steaks.
It's the Midwest. They got to have better
beef.
meat.
Yeah. I don't know. And plus, the place I took them to, they put matches on the table with your name on them.
Is that right?
And I was like, wow, they'll be impressed. But my mother's never impressed. But I was impressed with Pittsburgh. I'm not a New York snob. The restaurant I went to in Pittsburgh was very good.
Some of the best pizza I've ever had was in a little town called Trafford.
And the prices are a lot more reasonable.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I fed 4 people for $200. You can't do that in New York.
Yeah, try doing that.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. Not in Manhattan, anyway. Yeah, we ended up in Pittsburgh, which was cool.
I was laughing. I said, "Oh, the hurricane blew him to Pittsburgh."
Yeah, it was just like a whole ordeal though with the pets, and I wanted to leave the pets.
Did you drive?
No, we flew.
Oh, okay.
There was a whole ordeal with that.
But you flew the pets?
Yeah, we flew everyone. Bianca, the cats.
Did you put the cats in the hold or anything?
No, not in the hold. That's a very expensive trip. It was a very expensive trip.
Just to get out of the hurricane.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. It was wild. I said, how come I have to go to Pittsburgh? Other people are, I should have taken the space shuttle to the moon. It seemed like the only reasonable place to go.
Well, actually, Pittsburgh was completely out of the path.
Oh, yeah. We had sunshine the whole time.
Yeah.
You would have thought I was in Miami. Hey, listen, if it was Beth and me, just the two of us, I would have gone out to Miami Beach if I was going to go somewhere cool, and have a couple of days in the sun and have some fun.
Sure, but you had the cats and the dog.
Yeah, so we had to go to a place that was pet friendly, and that's Beth's parents' place. So we went and we had a good time. We got there and we set up the house because her parents weren't home, which was a good thing because it was kind of crazy when we got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we realized we didn't pack kitty litter, and Beth was waving down cars, asking people if they owned a cat. Don't ask. Yeah. Speaking of that earthquake, so I don't. Did you feel the earthquake here in New York?
I was in London.
You were in London.
I wasn't here for the earthquake.
Well, I was, and it's funny. I was in my house and I heard noise, and I thought that someone was on my roof or there were birds on the roof. I couldn't tell if someone was in the attic, like doing some work or something.
What time of day was it?
It was like an afternoon. It was like I'm going to say 2 o'clock or somewhere around there.
1:55.
Yeah. And I remember, so I rolled up my shades. The shades were down. I rolled them up because I wanted to see what was on the roof. That was the only reaction I had. But Beth was sitting on a chair downstairs, and she fell asleep. And all of a sudden, she felt the shaking, and she thought I was shaking her chair. And she got up, why are you shaking my chair? I'm trying to sleep. And then she looked around and saw that I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
And she thought that I'd done it and ran away. Then she had this crazy thought saying, this is crazy. Like there's nobody around, and I know I was shaken.
Like almost like,
she goes,
did it really happen?
She was like, well, maybe there's such a thing as ghosts or something, She goes, this was crazy. So then I said to her, did you feel the earthquake? Because I just turned on the news.
And you realized it. Yeah, a lot of people I talked to afterwards said they weren't sure of what it was until they heard on the news that it was an earthquake.
Because she said to me, I was so mad at you. I thought you somehow woke me. You were doing it as like a goof or something. I go, why would I ever? Sleep is sacred to me. I would never wake anybody. Sleep is the most sacred thing you can get. With us, it's a commodity. We had 2 weeks off. That alarm went off this morning. It's like I never had 2 weeks off. I was just like, oh, fuck, we have to go to work.
Well, I couldn't even sleep. Like, the anxiety of hearing the alarm clock makes me stay up.
Really? You had a bad night?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Too much. Let's say hello to a few people. It's been a while since we've...
But so your house went through the earthquake, no problem. I mean, the earthquake, no problem. Hurricane, no problem.
No problem. And remember I told you my good friend John Keene fixed my parents' house?
Uh-huh.
Remember I said they were getting water in their basement?
Yeah.
Well, he came over and with his guys, and I don't know what the hell they did.
But no water?
So when the hurricane, I was like, oh, if my parents get water, because now it's like, now it's my responsibility.
Because you've been called.
Yeah. Howard, we have tremendous water. I would never call, but... do you know someone who might help us? So, I took over. I said, you know what? Leave it to me. I'm going to get on this. And then I'm the hero. I come in with John, and
he fixes it. And
he fixes it.
That's that.
But if there had been water,
your name would be Mud.
Well, yeah, but like they know enough not to say, "Oh, it's your fault," but they would. I know how they think. He didn't do the right thing.
That Howard didn't know,
and his friend John doesn't know. Well, instead, it was like we had no power, but we didn't care because there was no water. It was a miracle. And I'm like, it's not a miracle. It's science. It's a miracle. Everything's a miracle.
Right.
You don't know. Everyone told us it couldn't be done, and these plumbers would come and they'd fix it, and then the next time there'd be more water. Well, this is terrific what was done. How much did John charge you? What? How? This is amazing that there was no water. So now
I'm so glad.
Right.
That it worked out. You're a hero.
Yeah. Oh, I was. Thank God. You don't know the trepidation, the agita, the incredible stress I go through, because everything becomes my problem in my family.
But I think you also take it on like
I do.
Must.
My psychiatrist says I shouldn't solve anything.
Well,
Says
even
they
if
can get along fine.
Even if you try to have a solution for them, don't take it on like if this doesn't work, all hell will break loose.
Yeah, well, it does, though. And I'm bad mouth. And I live in fear of the bad mouth. His friend didn't fix it. I mean,
John.
After all, now we have to go back to square one. I don't want to hear it.
But they lost power. How long were they without power?
They didn't care because they didn't have any water in their basement.
Well, I just remember the time they sat in there in the freezing cold for the longest
Oh, my God. Yeah, they lost power, but it came on like in 2 days. Baba Booey didn't have power till Friday. It was like almost a week.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was unbelievable when my mother lost power in the winter and had no heat.
Yeah.
Howard, a terrible thing has happened. What is it, Mom? We haven't had power for days. Your father and I are freezing. We haven't had heat. We're wrapped in blankets. We're freezing. Well, Mom, why the fuck didn't you go to like the Garden City Hotel? What? We don't want to leave if we want to see if the power comes back on. How would we know? And you're right. I should have hung up the phone and just said, are you guys insane? They're waiting for the power, but they're freezing. Just go to a fucking hotel.
Right. Or somewhere where there's power.
No. I said, well, why don't you come to me? We didn't want to bother you. They don't want to leave their house. So I said, come to me. Then my mother shows up. I sent the car for them. The car had heat. My mother's in the car for 2.5 hours with the heat on. But she goes wrapped up in like a coat and blanket and won't take her coat because she has to show me.
That's right. She still wants you to know how she was wrapped up.
I'm freezing. I go, wasn't there heat in the car? Well, yes, but I'm chilled to the bone. So they were in my house, which was up to like 100 degrees. And I served them lunch. Halfway during lunch, my mother took off her coat.
Wow.
Yeah. And I served them soup, tomato soup.
Finally thawed.
And grilled cheese sandwiches and everything. And she finally took it off. And she had a scowl on her face. She was miserable. And then every minute afterwards, the phone call started to her neighbor. Is the power on, Gail? I go, Mom, why don't you relax? You're here.
Yeah, you don't
Spend
have
a few
to go
days.
anywhere in a hurry.
Oh, they called every half hour. Is the power on yet?
Poor Gail, because she's just being reminded that she has no power.
Then when the power came on, Ben! What? The power is on. Gail says the power is on.
And so they got to make a beeline out of there?
Maybe you ought to wait a while because it's still going to take time for your heat to come on. Ben, we have to go. Oh, my God.
That's amazing.
They were out that door.
That's amazing. Did you think that the weatherman made too big a deal about the hurricane and what was going to happen to New York?
I'm not going to say that because I know this weather guy named John Bolaris. People in the Philadelphia area, they know him. And he's a weather guy. He's all upset that people are going around saying that. Balearis was on. He's the reason I evacuated.
He got you.
Oh my God! My wife started talking to him. I was staying where I was. He started talking about how water was going to be up to the doorway, but not over the house. And I was afraid of tsunami, so he had me so worked up. But then I understand he was very depressed because people were saying that the weather people overreact, so they'll get you to tune in and everything. So, okay, I've learned my lesson. No, I think they really think it's going to be a big deal. They don't want to be on the wrong side of things.
Howard, did you hear what they were saying was going to happen in New York?
Yep.
Because of the
That's why I
hurricane?
left.
They said that because of the weather, the wind that was created by this hurricane, that it was going to be even faster at the top than at the bottom.
200-mile-an-hour winds because it's going to be at the top.
Right. And so now skyscrapers, they were afraid that glass was just going to shatter and rain down on the street.
Yeah. Well, I had nowhere to go because I live in a high-rise. So I was fucked. That's how I ended up in Pittsburgh.
But I was listening to those reports and I was like, that's crazy.
And I realized I have no friends because I had nowhere to go.
But all your friends live here if you have them.
I mean, my sister didn't call me and say, come over to my house. My parents didn't say it. No one said it.
Well, they probably assume that you're
Everyone assumes.
care of.
Yeah. Everyone assumes I'm taken care of. But no, I'm not taken care of. I'm on my own. It's like the wild fucking West. It's unbelievable.
I just thought that was a little bit dramatic, some of the explanations or descriptions of what could happen.
Yeah.
I thought that was a little bit dramatic. So much so that Dennis, Captain Dennis, he took my boats out of the water.
Well, he had to.
Put plywood up.
Well, it was scary. I mean, they were scaring us. And I never watched the weather. All of a sudden, I'm on some channel with full-time weather.
Right, you're on the Weather Channel.
I'm on the Weather Channel. In Pittsburgh, I'm sitting there watching it. Storm, the storm, the storm, the storm.
Gary.
Yes.
How self-aware have you become of your phlegm issue with Howard? Because
insanely self-aware. I started thinking about it. Even today on the ride in, I was like, back to work. I'm thinking about all the things I have to do. And then all of a sudden I get to the certain point on the highway and I was like, I hope I'm not too phlegmy today. And then I was walking over this morning and I felt a little phlegmier than usual. But, I sort of heard it. Sometimes he hears it and sometimes he doesn't.
Are you able to...
And by the way, he's a little phlegmy himself when we're in there.
Can this be attributed just to the fact that it's the morning and you're a little bit congested just naturally from waking up? Because you don't smoke anymore.
No, I don't think the phlegm was ever from smoking. I think, it's just I don't know, it's just one of those things. Yeah, we're up at the crack of dawn and, somebody said, did you do anything today to be phlegmy? I was like, I drank a gallon of milk on the way in. Of course. No, I don't do anything. I drink a bottle of water on the way in. I'm not really thinking about it. It is what it is.
And so you're briefing Howard, but at the same time, are you thinking, oh my God, am I too phlegmy? Does this go on every single day?
Yes.
So it affects your train of thought.
Yes, absolutely.
What's the solution?
Leave me alone. If he leaves me alone, that's
Hey, I've been good. It's a little earlier than usual. It's like an hour earlier. So, I'm not really prepared for today, so... He's my favorite. I feel better now.
Who let you in, damn it? What's going on, brother?
How are you?
All right, where have you been?
I traveled the world this year.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Family, kids, all over Europe.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, it's good.
That's cool.
It's
good to see you, man.
You too. Yeah. You look good.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah? You're lying.
Jim, so you've got the new autobiography, or the paperback version. Is that what?
Oh, yeah. The paperback version. I'm really promoting my movie more than me. That's all I care about. That's the movie I made my dad.
What's
which I know he would like. It's called More Than Me. That's what I'm really here for.
And Howard loves stories about your dad.
Yeah. We're going to start off with that. He's going to start living in my house this week. And I'm shoving my mom into a home.
Hey, Jimmy Brewer is here. Jim, of course, used to be on Saturday Night Live. Then he left there. What did he do since then? I don't know. Stand up. He did a radio show.
Show here.
He's got a career.
Hello.
Listen.
He's been in some movies.
Look at him. Here's his theme music, by the way. Jim Brewer theme music. Yeah, look at you.
That's my wake up.
Why weren't you a rock star? I don't understand.
I should have. I dropped the ball. I really did drop the ball.
You did. You're a good singer.
I'm decent. I started bringing out little rock star stuff recently.
You play guitar, right?
No.
You don't? Why don't you take a few lessons? It can't be that hard.
I did. It's a disaster.
You ever see some of the idiots who play guitar? I mean, they're almost retarded. And so certainly you're a bright guy. You could play guitar.
I could play a mean air guitar.
You're very good at that. I've seen you. Yeah.
I could do this. And mine is different because I stick my pinky. Nobody does that.
I was seeing here that Jim Brewer's paperback is out. The version of his hardcover book is now in paperback. Yeah. I'm Not High. And it's funny. It's the one book I read over and over again, like the Bible, because it sits next to my toilet.
Which is a good spot.
It's really weird. It sits there, and every time I'm sitting there, I take out Brewer's book. and I'm like on my third time reading it. And I know every story. I know about Chris Farley. I know about your wife, what a miracle it was, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. All the good stuff,
It's unbelievable. I know about his connection with his father and his mother. What's going on with you, Dad?
Wow, just this weekend.
By the way, Jim brings his dad everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
I mean, we were talking about guys who are connected emotionally.
Yeah.
You're one of those guys. This is a guy who moved in family members, like relatives, cousins.
Remember it was a nephew, cousin, nephew who
now
was
has
so
a
messed
baby.
up.
He was,
like Jim saved this kid's life.
Yeah.
And isn't your niece living with you now?
Yeah, but she's out real soon.
You're kicking her out.
She's kicking her out. My dad's going in.
Oh.
Why? Yeah. Your mom's still alive.
My mom's still alive. She's 85. She's blind in one eye.
Oh,
right.
dear.
Well, why wouldn't you keep them together? Why are you moving your father out?
She's a Jekyll and Hyde. The happiest time in her life.
Yeah.
The happiest, I'll give you. It's that World War II era. Like, she loves him and hates him. So she'll give him food, but at the same time going, you would never do this on your own. You don't even talk to me. Let me get you ketchup. So she'll... But in the past, she's gets frustrated with him
because he
can't
older.
Walk, or she'll sit there
and he shits his pants.
Right. So now he has AIDS, right? And the AIDS will be like, "Come on, Jim, you got to go to the bathroom." And they got this, and she'll be behind them going, "Get up, Jim! God damn it! If you don't get up, I'm putting you in the goddamn home." And she yells
Will she
at
change
him.
the shit in his pants if he shits his pants?
No.
So she's not caring or loving at all.
She's 85.
And she's blind in one eye, so she's always looking for him.
I heard, and I don't know if this is true. Maybe you can clear it up.
Yeah.
The reason you're moving your father into your house,
yes,
is because your mom beat up your dad.
A little bit, yeah.
She punched him out.
She didn't. She did the open hand clap against the ear.
Oh, and you caught it.
His ears?
And you caught her doing it.
Yeah, here's what happened. Which now
that's awful.
It is hard, and I have a hard time trying to figure it out. I can't put myself in her shoes.
Was your mom abusive to you when you were young? Was she the type that would hit you?
No, that's what's weird. But
Is she
my
a touch of Alzheimer's or anything?
No.
No?
Oh, no. She knows what she's doing.
She knows exactly what she's doing.
So you walked into the house. She didn't know you were there.
Correct.
And you caught her.
He lost his hearing.
Right.
Now, we didn't know why he lost his hearing.
I know why. Your mom
I know why,
punched him in the ears.
You son of a...
You didn't want to hear your mother anymore.
His ears were clogged from wax, which I just cleaned out. But
can't you get a doctor to do that?
Well, yeah. I didn't do it.
Oh, okay, good.
So I walk in the house and I hear like, "I can't hear." So what is going? You can't hear. Now, of course, the aides are gone already. She never does this in front of the aides.
Right.
So I'm coming closer and I'm going around the staircase where he sleeps. He sleeps in a hospital bed. And I hear like, and I'm like, what? And I hear him going, ah, ah. And like a deaf person, I hear like, rah, 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 rah. So I turn around and she's got open hand shots taken at the both ears going, pow! You can't hear! And I'm looking, I'm in shock. And then she grabs his ear and she's going, you can't hear me! and looking at him.
She was trying to heal him.
You know what said?
Yes.
You know what said, Jim? You know what said? That this becomes your burden. In other words,
Is it a burden or is
of
this
course
just
it is.
family?
No,
I think-
mean, come on. You now you got to sit and move your dad into your house. You got to,
Why do you see it as a burden?
because he doesn't want to hang out with his dad and take care of him.
That's not true. Actually,
See, I'm
very,
that way.
Well, yeah.
See, that's
You're
why
giving him your feelings.
That's why I admire you. It's like you are such a giving guy. I was playing a tape earlier. Jimmy Kimmel crying over his uncle on TV. His uncle died.
Okay.
The uncle that was and crying over him. I see that as a connected, caring human being. And really, I admire Jimmy for that.
Because Jim could ignore this if he wanted to.
Right.
Sure, I got a movie for you that's going to shake your boots. I made a movie about my dad.
Did you?
A
What do you
couple
mean?
years ago. I made a documentary
I didn't know
about
that.
taking care of that point of what do you do with your dad? Like, I don't know. You probably don't know your dad that well.
Not at all. How would I know him?
Yeah, it'd be like moving a stranger. To
I mean, my dad never talked to me.
But I will bet a year's salary.
Go ahead.
You watch this, and you'll change your relationship with your father.
Really?
I guarantee it.
That
He doesn't have a lot of confidence. He's like,
Wow,
bet's on.
That's some fucking movie. You're a genius. My
I'm
dad
serious.
doesn't talk to me about anything real. Like, he'll talk to me about what's in the paper and
Well,
stuff.
same with my dad.
My dad wouldn't say to me, how you doing, son?
But that's from a different era. He probably never has said to you, like, you're fantastic on that radio gig.
No, I badgered him into doing that.
Oh, you did? Yeah. Well, my father's never, ever said, you were funny.
Yeah, right.
Never.
So why do you think you're so loving and caring and want to take care of your dad so much? What do you think it is?
Is
it this religious thing with you? You're
no,
very religious.
This was all. I'm not religious. I don't like that word.
Wait a second.
What are you?
Religious is like.
I got an anonymous letter from some guy.
Yeah,
this is
go
what
ahead.
He wrote. Listen to this. This is what he wrote me.
I'm very confident in who I am.
Okay, wait. Here's what he wrote me.
Yeah.
I'm writing to you this, Howard, anonymously.
Because I don't have any confidence in who I am.
I don't want to be attached to it at all.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Go ahead.
Jim has gotten really religious in the last few years. And he has these weird and wacky theories about God and the devil, always showing themselves in his life. And I detected that in your book. You do kind of reference that.
Hands down.
Jim believes that the devil possessed a maid in his hotel room in Las Vegas a few years ago. This came after he challenged the devil in his mind to try to fuck with him. You have to ask him to explain it. It's a weird story, and it's one of those that really shows his interesting side. Unhinged with a ton of conspiracy theories. Hope all is well.
No, that's true.
Now, what is going on with this religion? I know your wife's very religious.
It's not religion.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Explain to me what religion is.
Well, the fact is that your wife had a conversion to born again, right?
No, me. Forget my wife. Me.
But
explain to me what religion is.
Well, religion is a belief in God and a belief in the hereafter and religious harmony.
He doesn't
you
even
call that
know.
Jesus, or something like that.
No, I think your perception of religion is the
there's organized
evangelist and the Catholics and the this and the that and the Bing and the Buddha and all that.
Well,
jazz.
what is your belief? What's going on? Why does this guy say you have some sort of religious
I'll tell you the
paranoia?
scenario.
All right.
Here's a scenario, and you explain to me.
Go ahead.
This is. I don't know what it is.
Because you speak in your book a lot about signs. You always see signs.
You're getting religious signs.
There's too many coincidences. I will not. You can fight me tooth and nail. It's not coincidence.
Go ahead. What?
I'll
give me an example.
I'll give you what this guy's talking about with the book. I start writing the book. I've never sat down and wrote for more than an hour and anything.
Right.
So I'm taking off to Las Vegas, and literally right before I get on the plane, called, praying, whatever. I said, just let me start writing, and whatever you want me to write, just let it come out, because I don't know what to do, blah, blah. I start writing. We land, and literally when we landed, I was like, holy crap. I wrote like 20-something pages. This is sick.
Right.
So I show my wife, and she's like, wow, I can't believe you wrote that much, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
We get to the hotel, and I'm writing, everything's cool. We're at the Caesars. I'm really into this writing now.
Yeah.
So I wrote in this freaking notebook. And Now they put me in this ridiculous suite.
Beautiful suite.
Not so.
Right.
Like what you see in the movie Hangover.
Right.
He's like, oh my God, I'm only doing one set, and this is what they give me. It's great.
Right.
So now, I'm just going to tell you exactly what happened.
Tell me.
And now this is no drugs involved. That's the scary part. I plaster myself against the window. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm in the devil's den. And I go, I'm going to... Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I go, I'm here... And this book is going to help people see life differently. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't stop me anymore.
You challenge the devil.
You're talking to the devil.
Hands
Directly.
down.
Right.
I said, I'm in your house.
Right.
Infiltrating.
Right.
Dun, 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 dun.
So you feel your book was a direct fuck you to the devil?
Absolutely. But I take the book, right? This is when it gets loony. I take the book and I put it on the table next to the window.
Go ahead.
Okay? Now, I leave it down. I go, leave it right here. Now my wife's doing her hair or whatever. So I leave the book there, and now I start walking away, and I start going, well, maybe that was stupid. Maybe.
Yeah, because the devil might steal the book.
This is how crazy I'm getting now.
Well, this is crazy, yeah.
I'm going, oh no, I should have never done that.
Right.
So I take the book and I'm looking for hiding spots. I go in the bedroom and I'm gonna shove it on. The devil will never find it in my
because you're
drawer.
afraid at that point that the devil will steal your book.
Yeah, I just messed with a force or something.
Oh,
Something's
okay.
messing with my
Something
head.
could happen.
Absolutely.
Come here, I'm gonna lock you up.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Now I go to my safe.
Go ahead.
You know, in the safe in the room.
Sure. Yeah.
And I go to
in
put
the devil's lair.
Yeah, and I went, oh man, I don't want to fold it all up. It wouldn't fit flat. So I had to. So I'm not folding up my notebook. So I said, you know what? This is so stupid.
Of course.
I'm running around like a maniac, worrying about some force that may take my. You can't. It's so stupid. So I walk to the table. I go, just leave the book. I go, please. And I walk out. Now, I go downstairs and, you know, I see Jerry Seinfeld, I see Chris Rock. Hey, what you doing? Where's your show, man? I said, oh, in 2 minutes. Hey, I'm going to go with Jerry who is selling out arenas. Enjoy your 400-seater.
Right. Does that make you nervous when Jerry Seinfeld and Chris Rock are going to come to your show?
No, they weren't coming to the show.
Oh, they weren't?
No, they were just in the hallway, and everyone was
maybe
coming.
they would come. All right.
No, and the whole time I'm embarrassed because my wife's in the nail salon waiting for me to do a pedicure, and I'm like, I'm not telling anyone. I'll just wait for my wife.
Right.
Get a pedicure? Oh man. Why did you get a pedicure? So,
did they see you getting a pedicure?
No, but they saw me going in because she came out. She's like, "What are you waiting for?" I see you're busy. So I go in there. Now we're finished up, and I'm gonna go. We go back to the room.
All
right.
The book's gone.
I go to the room, and the maid is outside the door. And the maid, I swear to God. Maybe she was up all night, whatever. She looked evil. There's
Possessed.
She just looked. She had really dark, creepy. She gave me a weird vibe.
Did she have horns?
No, she had a little tail. She had a little tail.
They can remove that. Yeah.
So I go in the room, and she immediately started apologizing. So, oh, sorry. So what's the matter? Oh, candy. I get you candy.
What?
What are you talking about? It's a festival, so they give you a basket with candy and all this jazz. And so she comes back candy, and I took candy. I said, no, don't worry about it. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna get fat.
You did me a favor.
You did me a favor. No big deal.
Right.
We walk in. My wife says she's gonna take a shower, and the maid heads down the hall. I instantly go, oh my God, let me check on the notebook. I go to the notebook. It's there. So everything's cool.
Right. Devil didn't get it.
Piece of cake. Now I'm like, well, I really was a lunatic before.
Right.
So now I go back in the bedroom. I start changing. I go down to sit down to start writing.
Mm-hmm.
And I open the book, and there's no freaking pages in here.
Blank book.
So I keep turning, and I'm stuck. What the fuck? What's going on?
The devil.
So I'm changing. Like, what? So I'm yelling at my wife, like, did you take pages out of my book? She's like, no, that's not the book you were writing. Now we're in it. I'm like, this was the book. I thought I put it right here.
Oh, my God.
This is the book I put down. So you had it right. I'm not know what I did. I put it right. So I'm freaking out, and I'm looking all over. I'm like, maybe I'm losing my mind.
Right.
And I'm looking at the places where I thought I was going to hide it. And I just can't figure out why the book is here and the pages are not. There's no pages in here.
So what's the answer?
So I go out in the hallway. She goes, ask the maid. So why would the maid
know anything
about the freaking pages of the book? I go running out into the hallway, and I have the book, and she's a couple doors down. I said, "Dude, the book. You know anything?" And she went, "Oh, sorry." I said, whoa. What does that mean, sorry?
Yeah.
What does that mean? So, they're gone. What's gone? She said, it's gone. So what do you mean? You ripped the pages out of my book? And she go, I saw it. I said, no, this is not sorry.
Yeah, what is
so
that?
now I start fibbing, going, I'm an author.
Right.
This is worth thousands of dollars. You took my personal writings? Are you out of your mind? So this is going on, and people like coming out of the hallways.
Yeah.
Like, what's
what
going
kind
on?
of nut is she?
So I immediately call downstairs. I say, I need security. I need a manager.
Good for you.
And they come upstairs. And she goes, I look. I said, where? Just listen. What did you do with the pages? And she explains to me that she took the pages and she put it in the hallway. And the guy who comes and picks up the garbage in the hallway already picked them up and took them.
Why would she take your pages?
Why did she do it in the first place? Why did she do that in the first place? Do you think the devil commanded her?
I don't know.
Do you think she's part of Satan's army?
Who knows? How do you explain it? So then the manager, now we're in the dumpster.
This is unbelievable.
Now we're in the dumpster of Caesar's palace. Now she found a couple pages.
Right.
She gets running back. She found like 7 pages.
Right.
And she's crying.
Oh,
but the
fuck her.
manager goes, this woman's been working here 12 years. She knows that the protocol is if you come in and there's something in the room, they immediately call down and say, if the guest checked it, we have stuff in the room. And then we come in and we check everything that's in the room.
Right.
And she goes,
But she went out of her way to rip out the pages and put them on the floor.
So that's why, and she still can't. She wouldn't. She's like, I don't know. I thought you leave.
Wow.
I thought you leave. So
you think the devil got in her?
I don't know.
You think
know.
You think. Hold it. Don't say I don't know. You think Satan got into this woman and commanded his legion to grab your pages.
You challenged him.
I challenged him.
You challenged Satan and you lost. So you lost.
Don't you ever estimate the power of the dark side, Jim Brewer. You stick with your little taking care of your father and wiping his ass. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Why would you challenge the devil? I mean, how dare you? Who are you? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
you see?
think you are.
Yeah.
It was just one of those moments, but that was a moment that freaked
Did they
me
fire her?
out.
Is
I
she
don't
now
know.
in Honduras in a hut?
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, what a terrible woman.
This is
She
how do you
was
explain that?
possessed, Howard. It wasn't her.
It was Satan.
All right, let me explain you this one.
Yeah, okay.
Just a different one?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, this is another bizarre one. All right?
Go ahead.
Explain to me this one. I get invited to. Now, did you read the book? If you read the book,
Of course I read the book.
There's a part where one of the girls died. A good friend of mine died in the car crash and blah, blah. Now, her brother got mangled after that because everyone was. When someone dies very young, often it's centered on the death rather than the life of the kid who's still surviving.
Right.
So this kid took a beating for years, mohawk, drugs, and just rebellious. So, and he lived in our house, and I tried to take him on the wing for a little bit. I was a kid, though. I'm like 19, 20 years old. As I'm writing the book, I just wanted to tell him about his sister. The last couple days in some of the conversations she told me, maybe it would heal him because I feel like maybe it would help him move on.
Good.
All right?
I like it. This is why I like you.
Okay.
All right.
So now with that, I get a call from Brian Johnson. Jimmy, me son.
The guy from AC/DC.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not even Brian. It's his wife.
All right.
His wife goes, I'm having a surprise birthday party for Brian. for his 60th birthday.
Isn't it amazing that they're calling you Brian Johnson?
The coolest thing ever.
Coolest thing ever.
That's right.
Because you
So-
love AC/DC.
Love
Right.
Brian. And so
Right.
I go down there, but as I'm going down there, I swear to God, swear to whatever, swear to God, I swear to God, and I said, you know, maybe I'll have an opportunity to hunt Sean down.
And tell him about his sister.
But part of me is like, I'm not hunting him down. I'm going down there. I'm going to go to Tampa looking for this guy.
Right.
So I fly down, I go to the party. It's great. Everyone's singing. Oh, Jimmy, me son, and we're on a boat, and we're, I remember this. And I was in school, and it was a great time. I had a school on a bike, and I was kind of thing. He's telling these great stories.
Did you understand any of them?
None of it.
Right.
This
Do you
is
ever
all I
understand
remember.
him?
Right, this is all I remember. He's telling me the stories like, you know, the greatest thing about Germany is that they got this intelligent language, but they ain't got a word for nipple. Crazy, right? Oh, that's great for that. This is like...
And you're like, sure.
Yeah. So, life is good. So
does he sing at the party at all now?
Yeah.
He does?
Yeah, him and a bunch of friends, they would sing, like, you know, stop me up, I'll never down. He loves Paul McCartney.
Sounds exhausting, the whole party.
It was exhausting.
So there's no way you're going to chase this kid down because you're at the Brian Johnson party.
But I feel guilty that I'd even. But I said before, you know, when the book comes out, he'll see it. So now he lives down. I don't want to say lives, but I flew into Tampa, right? Which he's a good hour and a half, hour and change away.
Right.
So I go to Tampa the next day.
Right.
Fly out to come home, and my flight's delayed like 2.5 hours. So I got some time to kill. I don't have a car. I'm not going to rent a car. I go outside into the parking lot. On my kids' lives.
This is at the airport?
Yeah, on my.
And who's standing
on
in
my
the
children? No.
Oh.
Gets better.
All right.
On my children's lives, I say, you know, I do my little thing. I go, you know.
You're talking to somebody again.
I'm talking. I said, listen,
Devil or
God.
God?
Nah,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
done with the devil. I ain't messing with him no more.
Yeah, you fucking got your ass kicked.
He's got a hard fastball. I ain't messing with him.
All right, so you start talking to God. Smart.
Yeah, and I said, listen, I know this will heal the kid, but somehow if you can put him in my life, if you can just put him in my life.
Because I can't look for him. Just
Right.
put him in my
I ain't got
life.
time to look for a man.
I'm wasted from the Brian Johnson party.
I was singing last night. I had a busy
Okay,
weekend.
cool. So you spoke to God, right?
Because he also moved. The kid moved from where, so I don't know how to get in touch with him.
Of course.
I go, if anyone knows Tampa.
I know Tampa.
You go through a security gate, and then you got to get on a tram.
Mm-hmm.
So I go through the security gate, and I hear this kid say, Jim. And I turn around, it's like a heavy dude. And I'm thinking, I'm waiting for, hey, man. Yeah.
I mean, they want to do the goat boy impression.
Okay, yeah, so I was the goat boy. Yeah, I get it. Hey, man, you want to smoke a joint? No, I'm cool. It was a movie.
People come up to you as goat boy?
Oh yeah, I'll hear it like I'll hear from a distance. I just hear people go, man, and I think they're cool.
I still say they should have made. You know, I saw Lorne Michaels this week, and I was going to say to him, "Why do you not make the Goat Boy movie with Jim Brewer?"
Well, Jim needed to become very successful, and he left. He didn't play by the rules. I'm still here if he needs me. I actually had a little. I went up and said hello to him, and he's still at.
He still
the
didn't
Paul
recognize
McCartney
you.
thing.
Did he recognize you?
He did.
He did. All right.
Which is so fun. So anyway,
when people, are you ever walking around and you hear like a goat boy impression, and you turn around and it's an actual goat? Like, has that ever happened to you?
No, you know what's weird is my middle one is a lot like me, and she's voices imitations, and she has no clue what goat boy is, but she does a freaking goat all day long, and everyone thinks I train her.
So you think it's a genetic thing?
No,
like she's got it in her blood.
line?
Like, why would your daughter randomly do a goat?
Who
impression?
knows? She watches Barnyard, the movie or whatever. So she sits there and she'll all day this weekend, all weekend. She's going. This is what I hear from the bedroom, and she's sitting on the edge of her bed going. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, Dad, a sheep goes, but a goat goes. Like, what? Don't do this in public, please.
Are you so proud of her when she does that? I mean,
she's a funny kid.
Chip off the old block, right?
She's a funny
You
kid.
know that one's yours.
Are you still homeschooling that kid?
No, the oldest one ain't. This one doesn't want to be homeschooled.
You're homeschooling
the oldest
one.
How old is she now? Like what, 12 or something,
She's
right?
12. Yeah.
And what's happening?
Let me finish the other one. I'll tell you the
we're
homeschool.
in 5 stories.
We just made a left, and then I'll come back to
All right,
homeschool.
so you're on the fucking thing in Tampa on the airplane.
You're getting on the tram.
Right.
And I hear, I hear, and I turn around, and I see this heavy kid I don't recognize, and I said, "Oh yeah, you know, I'm off to I got to get on the tram." And he goes, "No, Jim, it's Sean." And I go, "Sean." He goes, Sean Pomeroy, Kristen's brother. I swear to God, I just got completely hot. Not because I
that was amazing.
saw him, but
why was he there?
If you knew the circumstance of right now,
right?
You'd be
You wouldn't believe it.
And I couldn't stop laughing.
Why was he there?
He was visiting his mother. He was visiting his mother from Boston, and he just got off the.
All right, so we're going to play the Bigfoot game now. Now, Sharon, in order to get this fabulous gift of the iPad, which I love, and Citrix was kind enough to give it to us.
Yes.
In order to get it, you've got to get 3 out of 5 right.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with your first question in the Bigfoot game.
All right.
Here we go.
What is H2O?
What is H2O? Now, you must know that, Sharon, right?
Yeah, I know what that is.
What is H2O?
It's water.
Water. That is correct. Now, get inside the head of Bigfoot.
Absolutely not.
You say, no way he knows. Now, Bigfoot had to go to school. They teach that in every school.
Yeah, but what class was he in, Howard?
Yeah, no way.
I think he went to school for head lice.
There's no way.
All right, here we go. H2O, you say no. Fred, lock her in on a no if you don't mind. All right. That is my game show assistant, Fred.
Thank you, Fred.
Yeah.
Most people have a beautiful woman.
No.
You're Fred.
My Vanna White is a rather haggard.
It's the bizarro world.
Tired man who I met in Hartford. A true genius would have, a hot blonde.
Yeah, Megan Fox would be your assistant.
Even Merv Griffin knew to put a hot blonde there. But I have Fred. All right, Fred, you locked her in on a no.
I did.
Let's find out. The question is, what is H2O?
Water.
There you go.
No way.
You got your first one wrong.
And he said it definitively.
Yep, this is what I'm telling you. The game is trickier than you thought.
Boy, it sure is.
Yep. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you, Sharon, because I'm in a magnanimous mood.
Oh, be in a magnanimous mood.
I'm going to give you one last one. If you get it right, I'll give you the iPad.
Oh,
Winner
good.
takes all?
That's it. Winner takes all, Robin.
All right.
That's right.
Excellent. Okay.
All right, we asked Bigfoot the following question.
Okay.
How many wheels are on a unicycle?
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
Good luck.
Oh, my God.
How many wheels are on a unicycle? I say there's no way in hell he knows this.
I agree with you. There's no
But you
way in
never
hell. I don't
know.
think he knows what a unicycle is.
You
Right.
never know what Bigfoot's experience has been. He could
Well-
have been involved with a circus.
I have to go with my gut on this one. I've got to say no.
Yeah, I could see him as like the bearded lady in a circus, and he hung out in the cage next to the unicycle man.
I mean, I think he's got it. I think it's a bicycle.
Yeah. What are you going to say? You're going to say
No. He doesn't
Okay.
know.
All right. I mean, this is the kind of thing a 7-year-old would know, so I would
Right.
say he doesn't know.
Yeah, there's no way.
All right. Let's hope you're right. I got my fingers crossed for
Let's
you.
hope.
All right. Here we go. Bigfoot. How many wheels on a unicycle?
Is the number 3 an even number or an odd?
Oh.
What happened?
Must have jumped. Hold on a second. The suspense is killing me.
Me too.
Let me see something.
How many wheels are on a unicycle?
All right, here we go.
Is the number 3?
Oh, they didn't edit it right.
I think he said two.
He said
I think
two.
he said 2.
He said 2. That just totally blew, though.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I won.
I got to get out of radio.
Not a clean
But
contest.
I got to tell you, at AGT, this shit don't go down. Although they did get scammed.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's worse?
I don't know. Guys, what happens there? Who is putting this on the DVD or whatever that's called, the CD? Who's the culprit that just sabotaged my game? Bring him to me. Bring him to me. Bring him to the call.
Sal will be in a moment.
It's Sal, that fuck, with the teeth. He's so busy whitening his teeth. By the way, good thing, Robin, I'm reading GTD, Get Things Done. You're going to watch me fire Sal now.
Okay.
Sal, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I did nothing wrong. I double-checked it for your accuracy, and then you went back, and the answer was there.
Sal, there's no stop between the question and the answer.
It was on mine, and I double-checked. That's weird.
So if I go
is there
back
a track there, Howard? Is it on the particular track? I know there's no stop.
It's no stop.
I double-checked it for
I need a stop.
I know. It should be on the track. I double-checked it for accuracy.
You double-checked it.
I double-checked
So if I
all
go
the
back there and play it and it doesn't work, will you resign?
No.
Why?
Well, because
you double-checked it. Why are you afraid to risk your job on this? Let's play the real game show. Forget Sharon and her dumb iPad. Let's play the real game.
Howard, I'm not lying. I know better.
You see this CD? Track 12?
Yeah.
It's track 11 and 12 for the game.
Right.
I'm going to go back there. I'm going to play it.
Right.
If it stops, you have no problem. You have your job.
I have the same exact player as
If it doesn't stop,
but
you lose your job.
Why wouldn't
Fred, lock him in on a yes and no.
Why would it not stop, though? Why would it not stop?
Let's play the game.
If it's on the track, why would it not stop?
It didn't stop. I just play here. Listen.
Well, you went back and then it played.
No.
I heard the answer.
Of course it did. But it played. It wasn't proper. It wasn't like all the other ones.
I know that.
So you did it wrong. You did your job wrong. You don't know that?
I didn't do it wrong because when I checked it worked out.
Listen.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
How many wheels are on a unicycle?
And then I go to play the answer.
Is the number 3 an even number or
it's
an
missing?
And then how'd you find it?
I had to keep going back until I can find it.
Well, maybe the CD has it after.
Listen.
Listen.
Oh,
God.
Here's what you did.
2. Is the number 3 an even number or an odd number?
You combined it with 12 and 13. You fucked up.
I don't recall that.
You fucked up. You don't recall it because you're busy teeth whitening. Your teeth look like shit. You dummy. You had nice teeth. $12,000 on teeth.
6.
And 6 because you fucking cut a deal so you can do free commercials on my show, you cocksucking user. Get out of here.
I've never done a free commercial on your show.
6,000. Why did the guy give you a discount? So you'd mention it on the show.
I mentioned my teeth. I never mentioned him.
Yeah, okay. So again, I'm a dummy, right? There's
You're
a
not
distinction.
a dumb. I mean, I'm sorry about.
I'll tell you what. I'll mention my teeth if you give me a discount.
That's not how
you use me. You have no respect for me.
That's a blatant
user.
lie.
He mentioned the dentist's name in the news story.
Yeah.
Obviously, the news came to me and it mentioned the story. Yeah.
So you cut a side deal. Now you're selling advertising on my show.
And like Lisa, like you said with Lisa G, like
go enjoy your teeth.
Something.
Go enjoy your teeth.
I did a whole Howard TV special.
Thank you for doing that. Next time, consult me first. See if I want it on Howard TV. You getting your fucking dumb teeth.
Well, I went through Doug.
All right.
I'm sorry about this. I fucked up. I'm very
Check your work 500 times.
I will. But that is very strange. I apologize profusely. I mean, it's crazy. I have been Howard.
Why don't I fire you? What's wrong with me? Am I a sucker?
No.
And then you go out and cut side deals?
I'm not cutting side deals for my fucking teeth.
Sure you did. Did you mention the finance company that financed your teeth?
Yeah, but
on the air?
When Gary asked me about,
you get a special deal. You got $6,000.
Yeah.
You were paid $6,000 for a commercial, and you don't know you did the wrong fucking thing?
I don't know how.
What are you, retarded?
Apparently I am. All right. Well,
let's play the real game.
Go ahead, play it.
And by the way, you're a smart guy because you know what? You outfoxed me. I thought for some stupid reason you were honest.
How am I not?
I'm a sucker.
You're not a.
Repeat after me. Howard's a sucker.
No, I'm not going to.
Don't say it because I want to hear it. Because if you tell me, maybe I'll learn something. Tell me what I am to my face. To look at me in the eye and tell me what I am.
You're Howard Stern.
And what am I?
You're the.
No, say I'm a sucker.
You're America's judge.
That's right. What am I?
You are the king of all media.
No, Sal. I'm not joking. Tell me what I am.
You're Austrian, Russian, and Polish.
No, what am I? I'm a sucker. Tell me.
Why are you a sucker?
I fell for it. You tricked me.
For what?
You outfoxed me.
What are you talking
with the teeth
about? Yeah,
and the side deals.
Howard's a sucker.
Thank you.
Howard's a sucker.
Thank you.
Howard's
Tell
a
me
sucker.
again. Now I know what I am. What a sap I am.
Howard's a
What's
sucker.
going on? He got his teeth at a discount for commercials?
Yeah. He cuts deals. And if he had come to me like a human being and say, hey, Howard, I'm trying to get my teeth whitened. Do you think I could cut a side deal with this guy and get a reduction in the price? I would have sat down with him and said, look, man, we don't use the show for that stuff. I'd rather pay for his fucking teeth. First of all, his teeth are ridiculous.
He didn't need these teeth. I mean, I could understand it if it was for something.
Robin, you got
really
breast reduction. You didn't
needed.
need that. Did you need breast
I
reduction?
didn't get a
And you talk
a
about your tits every day.
discount. I didn't get a discount.
I don't
Never
get-
mentioned the doctor.
Well, discount or not, there's discounts every day. If I go out and buy a pair of jeans at a discount, am I using it for the show?
you
I'm still
got the
paying out of my
discount
pocket.
because of my show.
Absolutely, there is.
You used me.
I didn't use
You just said absolutely. You got a discount because of the show.
There is a relationship
so
to
you
the show.
came in here
It's
and told
inevitable.
the guy,
I work at the
you
show.
told the guy, "Don't worry, pal. Howard will."
No, I
he's
never
such a
said
sucker."
that. I swear
you
on
think
my
David
children.
Letterman's staff is able to cut side deals for whitening their teeth, and then they go, "Don't worry, Dave's a fucking sucker. I'll get
Howard's
on
a
camera."
sucker.
I'm
No.
a sucker. Tell me, I'm to my
You're
face.
not a sucker.
No, I am. It's
That's
okay.
not the deal. I was
Tell me what I am.
I was approached to get my teeth
No, come
done.
on, man.
I was
Tell me
approached.
what I am. Don't be a pussy.
I'm not being a pussy. I'm being
Howard's
for real.
a
If I was a
sucker.
fucking pussy,
You're
I'd call you a
pussy.
sucker.
You're a fucking
no,
pussy.
No, if I was
Tell me
a
what
pussy,
I am. Tell the world what I am. I'm a sucker.
How the fuck are you a sucker?
Because I
got a
fell for
discount
it.
on teeth.
If you
I
worked
never
for
even mentioned it.
Letterman, do you think you would have snuck on the show and mentioned your discount for teeth?
No, and I didn't sneak on the
That's
show.
why you won't work for Letterman.
I didn't sneak on
Howard's
the
a
show.
sucker.
I don't want to work
I'm
for
a
Letterman.
sucker.
Howard's a You're not a sucker.
I am.
Howard's a sucker.
You outsmarted me. I go
I
around thinking
outsmarted
I'm
you.
smarter than Sal.
I got my fucking
You're
teeth done.
smarter
It's
than
my
me.
business.
You're smarter than
Listen,
me.
if I work here, certain things come up.
Oh, okay.
When I caught my wife cheating on me, was I a sucker then? No, it was contributing to the show because I work here. I
No.
get my teeth
No,
done.
no,
I didn't tell him that.
That is
Don't
not
put
the
words
same
in my
thing.
mouth.
Yes, you did.
I did not tell him that. I swear on my kids.
Bullshit.
I did not.
Bullshit.
He came up to me at a club and he said he could help me with my teeth and give me a discount. And that's exactly what I did. And then I went to Doug and said, "I'm getting my teeth done. Would you like to tape it?" And he said yes. And I never mentioned the fucking guy's name on the air ever. Only on my Twitter. It's not bullshit, dude. That's bullshit.
Bullshit.
What you're saying is bullshit.
Bullshit. Fucking maniac.
I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Would you go back and fucking stop looking at yourself in the mirror with your teeth and your tanning and make sure when you put together a game that you do it right?
I'm very, very sorry. These things do happen. They're technical issues. They do happen. They are inevitable. All the computers around here. I've been trying to get a new computer for 3 months. You know what the guy said to me today, Suresh?
What did he say?
He says, we have to wait till a whole bunch of computers break down because SiriusXM won't just fund one computer.
Let me tell you something about this company. They've lost interest in this show. They take it for granted. You should have a computer inside of 3 seconds.
I know.
If it wasn't for this show and what we do. See, now you got me off track from yelling at you.
You
fuck.
can yell at me again. I
am
don't care.
stupid. But this is the truth. Because now you brought up a topic that's even worse than your teeth. And you know what that is?
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. You should have a computer in 3 seconds. Because I have to remind this company, even though they don't listen, the reason the whole thing exists, the reason that one guy's trying to buy the company from the other guy, the reason there was a merger, the reason everything happened was one reason. This show. This show, that's it. There's no other reason. And this fucking imbecile with his teeth can't get a computer.
I asked the guy, the computers are slowing down. I go, I know you have virus software. He goes, yeah, but we don't have spy software. I go, why don't you put the fucking anti-spy software in the computers?
Right.
He says they won't fund it. And they said...
They won't fund it.
And by the way, all of your computers here, he says, particularly in Studio 69, you guys do not have spyware, anti-software.
Oh, you want to know why?
And he goes, you know what they said to him?
What?
They go, if the spyware should happen to come in, just wipe out their computers and reboot everything. And it's just crazy.
You know what it is?
It's a penny wise, dollar foolish.
Because I'm the enemy. Don't you know that? Don't you know every company I've worked for and built up, I become the enemy because they all get jealous? It's happened everywhere. I thought it was going to be different here. But things rapidly changed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the enemy. I'm the enemy.
You are.
I'm always the enemy.
Even to Sal.
I caused a merger of 2 companies when XM was clobbering this company. You think the computer would... Do you think that if I ran this company, I'd say, you know what? I'm going to get rid of an entire channel just to make sure you guys have a computer.
Exactly.
They could get rid of 500 of these channels, and they'd still...
And nobody'd even notice.
No one would even know.
Right.
We requested Adobe Audition software
all right.
update.
Listen, just do me a favor.
He got you off track.
He did. He did get me off track.
Shut up, Fooey.
Howard's a sucker.
Listen,
he outfoxed me.
Go back to taking your nap. There's nothing more disgraceful and disgusting than going to sleep on the most popular radio show in the world. Don't talk to me about a technical glitch. It's a technical glitch.
A technical glitch. You didn't
It was all the time.
If you did,
you didn't check your work. I want you to admit you didn't check it.
I swear to God, I checked it. I swear to God. And you know what? And I'll tell you what. And I remember.
You didn't check your work.
I'll break it down for you specifically. I remember turning it back. I remember that jump. I remember it. And then I turned it back, and then the track played.
Impossible.
But what I remember,
my CD player is no different than yours.
I know it's not, but I'm saying like I remember.
CD player.
I'm telling you specifically. I remember. I recall.
Gary, go back in Sal's room and play it back. I guarantee.
No,
you
I'm saying to you that it jumped in my computer, but when I turned the dial back, it played.
Okay.
But if it jumped in your computer,
so you
that
heard
would be,
it without it working, and then it played, and then you just said to yourself, "Okay, now it works."
No, it played at the answer to.
Listen to what you just said.
Right.
Listen to what you just said.
No, I didn't. No.
Yes, that's just what
I
you
guess
said.
so. I guess so in some odd way.
In some odd way.
Nothing odd about it.
What you just said was, I played it, it jumped. Then I played it again, and it was fine. And then I gave it to Howard.
That's right.
That's why you're a fuck up.
I went through.
Listen to me.
And then I went through the rest of the tracks.
Listen to me. I can't have this. I can't go through a contest and have that.
I know that. And you know what? In the past year,
Sal,
there haven't been any.
Teeth are unimportant.
I agree. All right, fine.
You think you're going to have some movie career because of your dumb teeth?
We're doing a few films.
You work for me. I'm the only one paying you.
I know.
Trust me. There's
few
nobody.
films.
There's a few shitty, what he calls independent films, which means they're not even independent films. Independent films rejected these films. They don't have a name yet for what these films are. They haven't figured out a name yet for them. Like this, you know how there's like the independent film, small film. You hear an actress going, "I'm in a very small film." This film is so fucking small. They haven't figured out how to give it a word, like microscopic films. They're coming up with a new term.
I think it's called straight to DVD.
Yeah, well, DVD. There'll never be a DVD.
Straight to video cassette.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Teeth are not a career. Let me tell you something. If teeth were a career, Gary would be king of entertainment. Use your head.
And Sal, by the way,
film you needed new teeth.
One last thing. I yelled at Sal the whole way. I go, "Sal, what happened?" And he goes, "It played. Got the answer." He goes, "You owe me a fucking apology." So now that you know what's wrong, do you owe me an apology?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
I owe
Damn right. If you're in your studio and you see something screws up, and then you go back and check it, and it plays, there's a 50-50 chance there's something wrong.
I agree. And when I turned it back and it played, then I went forward and the rest of the tracks played.
But what you should have done is started over again and just played it the way Howard would play it and see if that same thing happened again.
You don't shit your pants about me. You know why? Because I don't fire anybody.
Oh, I do shit.
And I'm reading Getting Things Done.
I don't sleep at night. I don't sleep
You
at
don't
night.
sleep at night because you don't get any pussy.
Well, that's another story.
I jerked off last night. I came hard. I slept like a rock. I jerked off last night.
So you're not getting any pussy either if you jerked off?
Well, my wife wasn't home.
God bless you.
If she was home, I would add some.
Mine was. That's the problem.
That's right.
I'm only kidding.
Yeah, good, nice teeth.
I'm only kidding.
He's got the whitest teeth on the show now, whiter than yours, Gary.
You know, I have to say, when I got my teeth, as bad as they are, when I got my teeth, the dentist came to me, and it's like women getting tits. He goes, "Here's the thing of colors, right?"
Yeah.
And so, of course, I point to Sal's color.
I thought you point to a piece of shit because that's what they look like.
I point to Sal's color, and my dentist goes, "Listen, you can't put that color on. It's ridiculous."
Right.
He goes, "You got to go to a color that's more in line with the rest of your teeth. Otherwise, it's going to look ridiculous."
Oh, now Sal's dentist is on the phone, so he's really going to get what he wants.
No, don't.
Sharon, hold on. I'll give you your prize. Hold on.
Okay.
Yes, doctor. This is Dr. Bean, Sal's dentist, I guess. Yes, doctor.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
First of all, I've been a fan for 32 years.
Thank you.
I've been listening to the show forever.
Thank you.
You are amazing on AGT. My wife loves you, which she never, ever would ever listen to you, and now she loves you. The
Thank you,
kids love you. The kids love you. So what happened with Sal, he had originally, one of the dentists did his gums, who's my client. You know, we work together, the gum doctor and the teeth doctor. We work together. So he called me up, said, "Sal from the Stern Shows wants to do his teeth." I said, "Listen, we have a budget over the course of the year that we do a lot of pro bono cases for people that don't have money, for very big celebrities like."
He's got money. He just bought his wife $800 pair of shoes.
Right. So he came up and he wanted to do he wanted to do 16 teeth, and that the laboratory fees are $6,000. That's what our fees.
No,
are
I am Dr. Bean. You've done nothing wrong. This is something between me and Sal.
Okay.
What Sal has done is...
It's Dr. Dean, not Bean.
Oh, Dr. Dean. Bean is funnier, though.
It is.
Well, that's my other staff I should fire.
My
teeth
look
like beans. They put up Dr. Bean. That's, again, another faux pas.
See, things do happen.
Oh, things do happen.
Unfortunately, they do. But listen, you want to make sure those margins are not tight.
Come on, Sal. Check your work. You're so busy with the teeth and your independent film.
I'm not. I swear to you, Howard. This is certainly a priority.
Sal, when something screws up, you go. You know what? If the dentist did that to your teeth, you'd be pretty fucking pissed, wouldn't you? He didn't have room for mistakes.
Absolutely not.
All right.
So he wanted to do 60. I said, listen, Sal, I didn't know you were out of budget. When you guys went on the show and said, he's spending all his money, I really felt terrible. I said,
no, you know what you should have said to him? You should say, well, you don't have the money, sir. Leave.
No,
but what happens with Sal is, it's known he's on my show, and everyone knows. Everyone can walk in here and somehow finagle, this guy mentioning his teeth, mentioning this, mentioning that.
So what happened was I said, let's just do the 8 teeth. I'll bond the bottoms. I said, no problem with that. I'll take care. I still look great. And I said, what kind of color you want? He goes, I want them to look real. I want them to look white. So we gave him a natural color. We didn't give him a super white.
They're too white, doctor.
Natural for who?
They're natural if you're someone who lives next to a radiation plant.
All right. Well, I told him after you said that, if you want to go darker, we can go darker.
He could go a shade darker. It's a little overwhelming.
Yeah. That's why we put the temporaries that way, so that the patient can kind of work it out and see.
Well, that was wise of you. I don't have a beef with you, doctor.
I don't know. I think that was brilliant because you put those sparkling white teeth in Sal's mouth. Somebody's got to talk about it.
Hey, this guy's well thought out.
Well, there are teeth. I mean, look, I got a job here because of somebody's teeth.
All right, enough with that. You said that line 3 times.
I'm making it clear that,
Yeah, okay.
Certain things are inevitable.
It's all fun. It's all fun and games.
Well,
except I had a contest. The final answer no one could hear.
Robin, I hope you feel better.
Thank you. Don't worry. She's fine. I'm the one who's fucking sick over here.
I think Baba Booey's got to get his teeth redone, by the way.
Oh, God.
Please, how many times can you go back to that well with him?
Well, I think he's got to go to the right guy.
The right guy. I think you'd have to go to another planet to find the right guy.
There's no right guy for his
Trust
teeth.
me. If you had to work on his teeth and your final project at dental school was working on him, they would never let you have a license because he's impossible to cure. All right. Thank you, Dr. Dean.
Okay.
All right.
Say hi to Kurt Volkheimer.
Right.
Howard's a sucker.
Seems like a nice man, Dr. Dean. All right, Gary, look.
Howard, before I go any further.
What are you, stuttering now? What were you, in a war? You stepped on a mine?
Are you a hero?
My teeth are touching my tongue. I can't speak properly.
All right, what do you want to say?
I will take out the CD, and I will
It's too late.
No.
Now you're going to fix it?
No,
it's useless. You're going to now re-record it.
No.
Why would you do that? Why would you waste my time with that?
It was a glitch. It's been established. It's been fixed. We know that the lady lost the game or won or whatever the case may be.
She won.
But from this point forward, I'd like to double check it, like you said, and make sure that
you're going to go double check your work.
Howard's a sucker.
How backward are you?
Howard's
you ever hear Professor Backwards? That's you. You're going to go now check your work. Here's the CD. Go check your work.
Goodness.
Here, that's going to help me. Thank you.
Well,
you're going to go check your work. Okay, here.
I
go check
checked it, but
I'm never going to play it again. But go check it.
He's actually going to triple check it.
You're triple checking. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sal.
You're welcome.
Well done. And you did a good job with the thing, and then you fuck up.
It was a great game.
It was a great
he
game.
comes up with great ideas, and then he doesn't follow them.
Maybe let Richard record this stuff. Maybe you don't know how to work the equipment.
Richard does record some stuff. We work on these things together.
And then you make fun of Scott. Scott knows how to record things. Let him teach you.
CD skip once in a while. I know
maybe
they shouldn't skip here. I know
Can
that.
we make a new rule? Can we make a new rule between us?
Yeah.
Every time I play a game on the show, after the game is over, go back and double check the CD. Okay.
That's a bad rule, Howard.
Why? It's perfectly logical. It's Sal. That's what he's going to go do.
No, I'm saying just to protect the rest of the game.
You know why I'm stupid? I let you and Richard have a room together. That's what I'm breaking up. I'm going to put Scott in with
Howard's
Richard,
a sucker.
and I'm going to give you your own studio because you're not concentrating. You're back there blowing each other all day and fucking around and
no, we're not.
your goddamn bromance.
No, what we do is brainstorm about ideas.
There's not a brain between the two of you.
Why don't you let someone else check your work?
I do. I
give the CD to
Give it to
Scott.
Richard.
I give it to Scott.
Did you give that to Scott? What happened to your system?
This particular one, I'm not sure if I gave to Scott.
I can guarantee you didn't.
I don't think I did.
Right.
But
I don't think you did either.
I think
Call
you're
me
right.
clairvoyant. Call me a mentalist.
All right. I apologize.
Right.
It will be fixed.
Howard's a sucker.
You know, he's going to go now check his work. It's unbelievable to me. By the way, this weekend, Sal will be in Dallas, where he'll look for Lee Harvey Oswald. He's going to go back and see if he can find him.
This weekend,
That's what that's like.
This weekend, I'll be doing a charity, and I never promoted it. for free for breast cancer.
Yeah, good. All right, never mind. I don't even want to say it. Go ahead. Goodbye. No.
Get out of here.
I think he has teeth cancer.
I don't know what happened when they put those teeth in his mouth.
That's Sal, the stockbroker.
Howard's a sucker.
Right, Sal. I agree. Thank you for saying it again.
That's Sal with the dazzling smile.
Say that 3 more times, Sal.
Howard's a sucker. Howard's a sucker. Howard's a sucker.
I'm reading that book, but it's doing me no good.
Well, what does the book say in a case like
Well,
this?
I'm only up to
Howard's
chapter 2.
a sucker.
I didn't get to the Sal chapter yet.
Yes.
This guy writes about how you can be more efficient, get things done quickly. And just when I think I'm getting ahead, I got a Sal. Blocks me.
A roadblock.
Because he says a lot of things you have to delegate. But here, I delegated the contest to him. Look what happened to me.
What does he say about who you should delegate to?
Well, again, I've only read 2 chapters. I got to read the rest of the book this weekend.
Right. Don't expect progress until you finish the book.
I feel like Ishkabibble.
Who is Ishkabibble?
I don't know.
My mother used to say that name all the time.
It's a biblical. It's a biblical. I think he was a
Is
moron.
it? Ishkabibble.
I think he was. I think he was an idiot. Oh, here, I got the book in front of me. GTD, Get Things Done. Chapter 3, Never Hire Your Fans. Who formerly called themselves stockbrokers, and we're not even sure what the hell he was doing there. And then there's another edition in the chapter that says, especially guys who hung outside the studio day and night and didn't go to work.
With posters and websites.
Yeah, and I hired him full time. Yeah, think about that. He wasn't doing his job. He was outside my studio with posters, and I should have said, there's not a guy who's into his job.
Not only that, even when he was in the office, he was getting the other office people to make phony phone calls.
I know. I hired him. I like his ideas. Yeah. All right, I got to take a break. It's been an hour and 16 minutes of time you've wasted, Robin.
Oh, my God.
And now we have to get to a commercial.
Howard's a sucker.
Thank you, Sal. Remind me every 10 minutes. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Sal Couture.
It's been a long time since I got a beating like that.
Sal, why'd you fight back so vehemently? I mean, why were you going
because
back?
Because he kept saying it.
Are you going to go double or triple check it right now?
Yeah, I am. Let's do this.
Howard's a sucker. You know what happened, bud? What? If a track is too short, you got to add silence to it. It freaks the CD out.
Well, what does the book say?
That's why it jumped on
that answer. Bigfoot only said 2, so it was 2.
This guy writes about how you can be more efficient.
Sal, walk me through it if you don't mind.
Is the number 3 an even number or an odd number?
Does it do that on your player?
Yeah. Well, like I said, originally it did, but then when I thought the tracks bled, and when I turned the dial manually, it worked fine, but it didn't. I just thought that when I first did it, and I heard the 2 jump, I was like, I thought that sometimes, like if you hit the button too fast, it'll go to the next track. I thought that's what I did. So when I turned the dial manually to track 13, it was fine. So I said, and that's where I screwed up. I didn't realize that it wasn't me hitting the button. It was the track itself was too small. And when the track is too small, it will bleed into the next track on the player.
So, I got a new computer for you. Sal,
That's awesome.
Sal, was it an error on your part then?
Yes.
By not leaving enough pad time and
yes. And that's what I've learned now. That was the problem. Apparently, which I wasn't aware of. Like Richard just made me aware of it. Which, thank you, Richard. That you need a little bit more time. If a track is too short, it'll jump.
Sal, at any point did you consider just owning up to it and just even if
I did.
No, but at the very start of it, just diffusing it and just saying, Howard, you know what? Let me go back. I probably screwed up. I know I screwed up. You know, just
all right. Let me answer that. You did. You probably screwed up. You did screw up. It's too late to go back. The game is over.
But you fought him for a while on it.
I didn't fight him on that. I said that it was checked, and what happened was when I went to the next track, it worked. So, and then I went through the rest of the tracks, and they all worked. But the problem was the padding issue with the time. That was the problem.
Right, but while you were in there, why not just lay down
in the end
first?
I said that
for a little bit.
I said that in the end. In the end, I said when I went through it, the track jumped and I turned it manual with the dial, and then all the rest of the tracks played fine.
But look at all the pain you went through to get to that. I mean, it took by not diffusing it yourself. You really, I mean, What about the aspects, the other aspects of this segment? I mean, you had him calling you out for possibly using the show. You had Gary piling on. I mean, this hurt.
Yeah, it didn't. Felt great. Felt awesome. I loved it. It was great.
I think you earned this.
Oh, I earned this.
Are you enjoying a golden age of busting Sal's balls right now? I mean, the tables have truly turned for the past. I don't even know how to timeline it, but I feel like lately
it's weird because Sal is sort of new to the evolution of the show. You know, he's been here for a while, so like he's learning things that those of us who've been here for a long time learned a long time ago. Having said that, John Hein's really new to the show, and he knows these things. But it's almost like Sal's like Jackie in '92. You know, at the Cordoba Hotel in Florida. They put me up. I didn't know. I just gave him a mention and it was free. Like, these are the things that I understand that somebody offered Sal free service, and I would say that Sal should say to the guy, listen, I can't take it free. It's funny. I had something with one of the clients. It might have been like Steven Singer or something like that, and it was a Mother's Day gift, and he said it to me, and I said, how much is it? And he said, don't worry about it. I'm like, no, that can't happen. And so he gave me a price, which is a fair price, and I paid it. But I could have said, hey, thanks a lot. And, you know, you got to know you can't do that.
Sal, I was starting to ask you before, it seems like Gary's been really dominant over you in recent weeks. I mean, he's really enjoying a golden age in the Sal versus Bowie.
Listen, kick them when they're down. That's Gary's thing. You know, that's the Howard Stern Show thing. You know, when you bent over picking up your teeth, Jason Calvin comes by, kicks you in the ass. That's how the show works.
I learned from one of the best.
I take that as a compliment.
But I'm saying the next time Gary screws up, are you really going to pile on?
Bet your sweet ass I am.
Enjoy it a little?
Yeah.
I feel like that's been lacking a little bit from your end.
It's not going to lack
been
anymore.
a little bit too mature.
Don't worry about it. That's okay. You know an Iron Man, like how Iron Man had a suit and then the guy made a bigger suit?
Yo, what's up, you guys? This is Pauly Shore, and I'm here on the Howard Stern Show, beautiful New York City. Howard's an old friend, known him for, I don't know, probably 20 years or so. And I'm here this time around promoting my new Showtime special that just premiered. It's playing the whole month, and it's called Vegas is My Oyster. And it's got Howard Stern's favorite friend, Andy Dix, on it. And Semi-Precious Weapons, Brie Olson, Amber Lancaster, and a great cast. It's like an old variety show. So I'm promoting that. Also looking for an assistant will work for Pauly.com, which is my website where I'm kind of right now looking for a personal assistant. Figured I'd go on the internet and get a bunch of freaks to see, you know, if they wanted to, you know, work for me.
And see what happens.
See what happens, yeah.
Now, you know Howard's going to promote your project, but he's going to want to get into the personal side of things.
That's why I'm here,
Do you cringe at all when that comes up?
After the last appearance, it was, I just felt good, you know what I mean? It was like almost like, what's the word?
Like I don't know. Cleansing.
Yeah, it was like I was on stage doing stand-up in like a small bar, you know what I mean? And I was able to kind of like get out a lot of stuff that had been kind of built up, you know, for all the years for me and my family and stuff. So, but this time around, it's a different story. Things are a lot better, so.
I think Andy Dick's going to take most of the heat this time.
Great.
Good luck today, Paul.
All right, guys. Thanks. Bye.
Pauly Shore is here stopping by to say hi. Pauly just put out a project called Vegas is My Oyster. It's a it's going to be on Showtime all month long. Pauly, always interesting guy, hanging out here and there. He's Mr. Hollywood, if you ask me. He knows what's going on. Hey, Pauly.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
I was reading in the notes, Pauly. Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. Hey, Pauly, what was
Hi.
this about? You were trying to get booked on the Chelsea Handler show. She wants nothing to do with you, and it was bothering you.
Well, yeah, it was. Well, first of all, I knew I was coming to New York to hang out with you.
Right.
You know, to you know, be on the show. So, the thing that I know.
What, are you out of breath?
Yeah,
no, what's going on?
I'm just trying to say this in a proper way.
Don't even be proper.
Well, no, but I'm trying to keep it real. You know, so
okay.
I'm trying to. I knew I was coming here. And I said to myself, maybe Howard can maybe help me figure this out.
Go ahead.
Because, you know, you come from a place of truth.
Right.
I mean, you always kind of fucking just go right to it.
Okay.
So the backstory is basically about 5 years ago when I was promoting a sketch comedy film called Natural Born Comics. My publicist from Rogers & Cowan called over to her, and just said, hey, like, we really love to do the show. Paulie's a huge fan of yours.
Right.
Which I am. I think she's awesome. I think her show's cool. I think she's cool. I noticed there's a lot of Comedy Store comedians on there, so I felt it would be kind of an incestual, fun kind of, hey, you got the Comedy Store comics, blah, blah, blah. And she passed.
Okay.
And I was cool with that. I was like, okay, no problem, blah, blah, blah.
She's not feeling the Paulie thing.
Wasn't, you know? She wasn't feeling with it. So then I said, well, cool, let's just find out why so I know, like, you know, maybe
I can improve.
Yeah, maybe I can maybe I can, like, change some of the wheezes up or something.
Right.
You know, you know, don't say grindages fast.
In other words, were
Right.
you willing to take criticism? You were willing to, like, in other words, hey, look, Paulie doesn't fit our show because.
Right.
Okay.
So then I know that, you know, it's almost like you're dating a girl, and after a while, like, what's the reason? Okay, cool. Like,
I just want to know.
Yeah, I have a crooked penis. Okay,
Right.
like, I don't want to be, I don't want to be fucking part of your life. I'm like, it's all good. So she just she didn't give a fucking reason. There was no reason at all. And then this time, and then even Adopted, when
What do you
came
mean?
out,
You
she
said-
didn't give a reason. She didn't respond. She was like, there was dead silence. It was like white noise.
Well, maybe she felt funny saying, gee, I don't think Paulie's funny, or I don't think Paulie is relevant, or
Whatever.
What could the answer be?
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. The answer is either she just doesn't think you're funny, or she thinks it's over, or some kind of thing like that.
Well, then that's okay.
Right. But
then
say
have her say it.
True.
You
Right?
need an explanation. Is
Yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah.
Well, maybe
There's
she didn't feel
nothing-
comfortable about it. You know, I could get that. You know what I mean? What is it, Gary? Because you get involved in a lot
Yeah,
of
because this happens a lot with me. So a lot of times people want to get a hold of Howard directly, but Howard doesn't want to deal with the booking of the show. So the odds are that Chelsea may not want to have you on, but she may not want to tell you that because you never want to shut the door on anybody because she may not want you on the show now, but in the future there might be a reason to have you on.
this is 3 years in a row.
But, Paulie, you just have to accept that you're not doing that show.
Yeah.
You just
We'll have you on.
Yeah, I know, but I just want. But here, I haven't finished though.
Go ahead. Good. This is good.
So I went. So Adopted came out last year.
Right.
You know, did well for me, and I thought that would be. Hey, maybe I can go on there. You know, for that.
Maybe now you're good enough.
Yeah, because I'm, you know, adopting black babies, and
that's funny.
Right, it was cool. I talked to Eddie Murphy the other day about it. It was a great, classic conversation.
Where did you see him?
I saw Brett Ratner at the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah,
and he came up to me because I guess Brett just finished a film with Ben Stiller and Eddie Murphy.
And it looks good. It looks funny.
It looks really funny. So Brett came up to me, which he never does, because usually I'm coming up to him.
Right. You're usually annoying him, yeah.
Yeah. And he said that Eddie Murphy didn't stop talking about Adopted.
Really?
Yeah, he just loved Adopted.
Oh, so you didn't get to hear that from Eddie himself?
No. So he told me to call Eddie, so I talked to Eddie on the phone.
Oh, no kidding?
Yeah, I talked to him. It was pretty funny because I was in...
You called Eddie to get compliments on Adopted?
Well, he wanted to talk to me.
And so when you called him, how long were you on the phone with Eddie for?
For 15 minutes. But it was the best. I was in a fucking parking lot at Office Depot in like fucking Charlotte, North Carolina. It was great. I just bought like my folder for the next year for.
That's a
my
big
booking
deal.
folder.
Eddie Murphy saying something you did was funny is really a big
huge
deal,
for me.
right?
Yeah, it was huge for me.
And so,
because obviously it's Eddie Murphy. I love Eddie Murphy. And now, if Eddie Murphy likes me, why the fuck doesn't Chelsea Handler like me?
Right, you think they go
what
hand
the
in
fuck?
hand. Did you
so
say
wait,
to Eddie, why don't you call
let me
Chelsea
finish
Handler?
with this fucking thing.
All right, go ahead.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm, you know what I mean? So they just don't tell me a reason. And I don't think it's like, because for Letterman, like, we'll reach out to Letterman, but he says, we love Paulie.
Right.
We want to have him on, but this particular project doesn't work. Regis and Kelly, same thing.
Right.
You know, I'm friends with the booker over there. They're like, we love you over here, but we can't promote Vegas as my fucking oyster.
Right.
You know, or adopting black babies.
It doesn't work for them. They want something more wholesome.
It doesn't, right. So, but Chelsea's perfect, and I love her. So she...
See, I always assume, I would never make, I'm being honest. If a show didn't want me on, I would never make the call to say, I need to know why. And I'll tell you why. I just assume they're not into me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just go, okay, I don't need an explanation.
Yeah, but
they're not into me. They don't want me on.
Right. So
of course, everybody wants me on, so I never have had that.
You never have to make that.
I've never been in that position, but that's how I would be.
Yeah, but I think it's personal. I think
Right.
it's something that I did back in the day, like I jerked off on her. Or
That's
some type-
possible.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And back in the day, I was so fucked up that I don't remember half the shit I did. Maybe I was an asshole at a party. Seriously, maybe I was an asshole at a party. And it's something.
I think people in Hollywood don't care what you do to them as long as they deem you hot. You're
Yeah,
a
if Tom
hot
Cruise
commodity.
jerked off on her at a party.
Right. She would love it.
On.
Right.
All right. So then maybe she just doesn't like my style, bro.
I think that
All
might seriously. That's probably it. And if you press her, you're going to get the answer that you say you want, but you really don't want.
I don't give a fuck what she says.
She probably doesn't think you're right for the show.
What? But she'll have fucking all these other people
But
on?
see, now you have it. Now you're going into that whole thing.
But I don't understand.
Was she a comedian?
Yeah, she's a comedian.
So did you treat her badly at the
I
comedy
don't
store?
know. That's what I'm
Comedy
trying.
club?
That's all I'm trying to figure out. Maybe,
Right.
or if she says she doesn't like me, that's cool too.
But she doesn't want to say that because you never know when she might need to have you on if something changes in your life.
And plus, she doesn't want you walking around going, you know what, Chelsea Handler hates me.
I don't
She-
give a fuck.
Well,
I'm cool. A lot of people
But
hate
she
me.
doesn't want that. That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to help you here, man.
So, anyways, I
don't shoot
wrote
the
her.
messenger.
I wrote her assistant a personal email.
You're not giving up.
I wrote her a really nice email. Hey, I reached out. Da da da. I would just like to have a conversation with her. You know, it's all good. Like she doesn't. Da da da. And no response.
Paulie, who in their right
Nobody's
mind?
even responding.
But Paulie, who in their right mind would want to get on the phone with you and explain to you why you're not right for the show? I wouldn't
it's
want
not
to do
about
that.
no. It's not about the show. It's about my personal situation with her. If I did something to her,
Why do you think it's personal?
I don't know.
It probably isn't. It probably is just, hey, she's not feeling it.
Well, then that's cool too.
You know, she probably just like, hey, okay, Paulie's not on my radar.
Right. But every single other person that doesn't want me on their show,
They tell you
they'll
why.
Tell me the reason.
They're
what
bullshit
reasons
artists
have
too.
you gotten?
Yeah, he told you. He
I
gets like,
told-
oh, that
yeah.
project's not right.
Yeah, if I do a series, then, you know, or I do something like I'm doing something with CMT like in a couple months, a film. It's more family oriented. It's a.
What's
it's
it like doing
that.
films now? Because I mean, you know, I just was saying before you came in here, I was talking to Gary and Will and stuff, and we are just having a conversation. I said I love Paulie's old movies. I loved the movie Son-in-Law.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a terrific movie. I still watch it whenever it's on. I watch it. You know what I mean? I'm
And
going
you
around
love
the
the
dot.
one where he was on
Jury Duty.
Jury Duty.
Love
yeah,
Jury
yeah.
Duty.
Duty's
Listen,
funny.
not
Stanley Tucci was fantastic in that.
not every movie was, you know, the greatest movie. I had my favorite Pauly Shore movies, but there were 2 or 3 in there out of like maybe 6 that I can think of that I thought were home runs. So what the fuck happened? I mean, you're still working, you're doing your thing and all that.
Maybe I jerked off on people's feet and I didn't know about it.
No, but I mean,
no, I didn't know. Seriously, I just think at the end of the day, it's the box office. I think that the bottom line is
did the box
Did
office?
the fans
yeah,
leave?
No, the box office went down. I think that's just like you said earlier.
What was your
if
first
you're-
movie? Your first big
It was
movie?
Encino Man. But
And Encino Man happened after the Pauly Shore show on MTV.
During that time, yeah.
And you got discovered on MTV how? How did you end up on MTV in the first place?
I did.
That was your big break.
Yeah, it was spring break, and it was our friend Joel Gallen.
Yeah, Joel.
Joel Gallen was producing and directing a special called 5 Funny Guys.
Yeah.
And I wasn't one of them.
You weren't the funny guy. So wait a second.
I was hosting it.
Right.
Yeah, I was
How did you get
hosting it.
discovered for that? Did you
There was
try
a lady,
out?
no, I'll tell you about. There was a lady named Drew Wilson
At MTV.
who was the head of talent at MTV. And my manager at the time, a guy named Terry Danizer, brought Drew into the Comedy Store, and she saw me perform.
You were doing
and
a stand-up.
Yeah, and she saw me perform, and she said he's really funny. And then they had brought me down to Spring Break MTV. It was back in the late 80s, early 90s, and it didn't go so hot. So then I kind of went back to the drawing board and developed, and that's kind of how it started.
It didn't go well on MTV.
At all.
It bombed.
Bombed bad. Doug Herzog was there, and it was just like, because it was live. If you remember back in the day, MTV Spring Break was live.
Right.
So it was a huge, huge thing, and I was nervous. And Corey Feldman was there. And I remember even like me and me and Christian Slater.
Right.
Right. We're not getting any pussy, and Corey Feldman was getting all the pussy. It was,
Boy, how things change.
I agree with it. Me and Christian Slater, I swear to God, we're sitting in our fucking hotel room at
Pulling your
the
pud.
Marriott going, this fucking cocksucker with the fucking Michael Jackson face and a glove is getting all the pussy, and we're
Right.
not getting shit.
Yeah. There was a time
It was
you
the
didn't. I mean,
best.
you're a legendary coxman. I mean, you've gotten lots of pussy. And when you were doing movies, Was the pussy different? Like, were you getting into like?
It seems more now.
More now.
Yeah.
You haven't
mostly,
slowed down a bit?
You go to get pussy
but I don't know,
at the Playboy Mansion,
No. It seems more now just because I'm not as, I don't want to use the word desperate,
right?
But I'm not like chasing it as much. It doesn't mean as much to me. I'm 43 now.
But a lot of, you look good.
Yeah,
but at the Playboy Mansion, you got kind of wrapped as the guy who all the playmates fuck. So you had to back off that well, right? I mean, you tapped that well way too many times.
I don't know.
I think so, right? I mean, that was the... Paulie, you go to the Playboy Mansion and then you end up sleeping with Paulie. It was almost like a joke at that point.
You had to. It's like mandatory.
Christ,
right? No, seriously.
Cool.
But it was for a while.
Having sex with me? That's
not a joke, but I'm saying you got all the playmates, so the girls start to talk among themselves, like Paulie fucks us and then dumps us. Right?
I guess.
And I always liked your rap on sex. You look at guys like Tiger Woods. You look at guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And you say, you know what? At least I'm honest with a woman.
Yeah.
I don't marry them and then fuck people behind their back.
Or lie or say I'm doing this. No.
No, you've always been honest.
Yeah. That was the one thing, like I told you, I think last time I was here, that I didn't like about my dad. You know what I mean? Is that he
wasn't honest?
Well, no, because he got in this relationship, you know what I mean? And he didn't want to be. He was never happy.
He was never happy with your mom.
No, because he was, on the road with Elvis and all these people, and he wanted to have fun. He wanted to live the lifestyle
of a comic.
The lifestyle that I'm living. So I just don't think the two worlds mix properly.
Right. You felt your father was a hypocrite.
And that's why you see a lot of these rock stars with these wives, and you see them on these reality shows on VH1. They look fucking miserable.
They do.
These wives, because they know their husband just went and fucking got blown by like 3 groupies in the back of their disgusting tour bus.
You're right.
They just look.
So where people
Right?
say, "Oh, Paulie's gross because he fucks all these girls," Paulie isn't gross. He's being honest.
Right.
This is you're living that lifestyle. And are you in a relationship now?
No.
It's hard. It's hard for you to be in a relationship because you're banging a lot of girls.
No, that's not it.
What's going on?
I'm just into my work, man. I'm into my work.
When's the last time you got laid?
I don't know, 2 days ago.
Oh, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, it
You
was
didn't
just
say he wasn't getting laid.
Oh, I see. You're not in a relationship. You met a girl 2 days ago.
No, she's staying at my hotel.
Oh, so
she's a girlfriend. She's a
She
girlfriend.
Right.
Oh.
She's not my girlfriend. She probably sees other guys too.
Right.
But she's my friend. We get along.
You got it all figured out. And I don't mean that facetiously. You really do.
But you have to ask, how does he maintain that emotional distance? You never just get so involved and
Yeah, how do you do
want to
that?
possess and
My
all that
emotion
stuff.
goes into the stuff that I'm working on.
But
That's
when it
what
comes to women, do you ever get attached or needy? Or
back in my 20s, I did a lot.
Yeah.
Very miserable.
Did you ever date anyone super famous? Or has it always been
I told you just a while ago, just Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue?
Yeah, that was
That's a pretty big score.
Long time ago, yeah.
Did you fall in love with her?
Mm-hmm. Loved her. I loved her so much that I flew to London. I flew to London where she was performing, and as I was flying to London, she was flying to L.A. to meet her new boyfriend.
Oh dear.
Oh God.
I guess
Well, she dumped you.
I guess the deal is if guys are ever texting their girl or vice versa, and you're not getting a text back or calling them, that pretty much means I don't want to go out. That's the pussy way out.
So
You know
girls
what I mean?
are as scummy as guys. Guys will do that a lot too. They're just sort of never
No text,
nothing.
no call back, and
Right.
stuff like that. But the thing is, it's like, it's just, I think that's,
Would you have married Kylie Minogue? Do you think?
Probably not, because I don't know.
Did you ever confront her and say, why didn't she break up with me properly? Why didn't she at least give me an explanation?
we had that conversation.
Did you have it on the phone or in person?
No, in person.
How did you get
it?
her
It was
to...
hysterical. It was hysterical.
It was fun. It was hysterical for her.
No, it was hysterical because...
Wait, put on your headphones because that's your mic.
Sorry, I'm just getting crazy here.
What's the matter? What are you doing? What are you doing? Put your headphones on. There's a microphone in them. All right. What happened over there? You get nuts.
No, what happened was she was dating some guy named Stefan,
right?
Who was the music video director for the Chili Peppers,
right? What's the matter with you?
No, I'm just thinking back. I have to fucking think about it, dude. What the fuck? Let me think about this shit. Okay, so So I was, I flew to London, and then as I got there, Stephen Baldwin was filming a film out there in London.
Boy, that goes back a long way. Stephen Baldwin was making films.
Yeah, and he was filming a film in London. I think it was some film out there, and I found out through her friend that I became friends with on the set that she had flown to Los Angeles to spend time with her new boyfriend Stefan. And I had no idea that she had a boyfriend.
Right.
So finally, she found out that I flew to London. She thinking I'm a psycho.
Right.
All I want to do is say, yo, tell me what the fuck's going on.
Are we going out or not?
Yeah, it's cool. You know what I mean? It's all good. So then finally, she hit me back, and she said she's in L.A. and she's nervous. I'm going to do something.
And how many times have you made love to her? I mean,
a lot.
A lot?
Yeah.
All
we
of
were
a sudden
together
she's
for
nervous?
6 months, yeah.
Wow.
And then, and she was staying at the Chateau Marmont, and she says, just pick me up, and we'll go have lunch, and we could talk about it.
Yeah, because she wanted to be in public with you, so you couldn't beat
her up.
Kill her.
Yeah, exactly. So we went to the Kings Road Cafe on Beverly, and I was crying, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was crying.
You always demand a reason from Chelsea Handler, from this chick, Kylie Minogue. You need your reason.
I need my fucking reason.
You need closure.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So I'm fucking crying, and she's just staring at me like she's in shock. Yo, she's in fucking shock, dude. Like looking at me like,
oh, you mess. Oh. How did I go out with you?
Yeah,
right.
So she's crying, and I'm crying, and
then what did she say? She just said,
"Look." She's just saying, "Look, I have a new boyfriend. I'm very happy. Stefan, I'm the fucking video director guy."
Boy, that hurts, doesn't it? It's like they put a knife in
and he was doing some good videos back then too. The Chili Peppers. What are you kidding me?
He was a cool guy.
I mean, you should probably put some of his videos up right now on your show. I mean, he did the one where they're in the desert.
How long ago was this?
This was in the late 90s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kylie Minogue was hot.
Yeah.
Was she great in bed?
So that was it. So then basically I dropped her off and I had let go and everything was cool.
Was she great in bed? Was that it too?
She was awesome.
She seems like a freak.
But we forget about her in bed because it's not about her in bed. Her as a person was awesome.
No kidding.
It was one of the first times that I actually dated a girl. When she spoke, I actually listened to what she said. Seriously.
That's amazing.
Because she is so fucking awesome. Everything about her. And I didn't know who she was, which was cool. And she didn't know who I was. She was in Biodome.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean she didn't know? You were the star of the movie.
Yeah, but she didn't really know who I was. She's from England and Australia and all that shit.
She knows you're in movies.
She knows you're the star of a movie.
Yeah, but she wasn't familiar with your favorite film.
Right. Yeah. That's right. But she was that special someone who you could really connect with.
She was awesome.
I saw her in Vegas at a concert just recently. And she's got some following, Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, she's great. She's great. And I love her and I miss her. And I saw her, I think, a while ago. I think it was in the early millennium time where we were doing TRL or some shit.
Right.
And I saw her there, and it was cool. She was cool. She's awesome.
So take me back to your career. You're on MTV. The first time you go on, you bomb. You sucked.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work out. Doug Herzog, the head of MTV, sees you and goes, "This guy's fucking bullshit. We don't like him. We get rid of him."
Yeah,
so
it meant I wasn't ready.
How'd you get back?
So then
on
I
MTV?
just went back to the drawing board and started developing my stand-up.
Right.
For about a year, and then I fucking just
you worked hard. You went to the clubs.
I worked really hard.
Right.
Yeah, I worked hard. Came up with some great, I had a thing where, hey, you better get into me. I'm the future of America. What's going to be in 10 years Spanish? You take your driving test in Spanish, English, or dude.
Right.
Instead of
you developed
true,
the whole
false,
character.
totally not even. Hey, and I just did a whole thing. I developed it. And then a manager guy named Rick Messina, who I think is the manager of Tim Allen and Drew Carey, was doing a show at the Laugh Factory called Comic Strip Live.
Yeah.
And John Mulrooney, remember John Mulrooney?
Yes.
Yeah, he was John Mulrooney was the host. And then I went on Comic Strip Live. It was on Fox.
Right.
And I fucking killed.
So they saw that at MTV.
And we took that tape and we sent that to MTV. They said he's ready now. So then I went back, and then the first thing that I ever did on MTV, remember Randy the Redwoods?
Yes.
Yeah. I did a thing similar to that, which was called, it was like these little vignettes.
I remember.
Yeah, and they were called, it said totally MTV at the end. And it was basically me with a gangster, me with the football players, me with the real estate agent.
And it caught on.
Yeah, and it caught on. It was these little 30-second vignettes, and it was so fucking funny, dude, because I remember I was doing I was performing down in Tampa, Florida, with Jonathan Katz. Remember Jonathan Katz?
Yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah. What is this, a test?
No. I'm just.
I remember all these guys. I mean, baby, come on, man.
Right. So I'm down in Tampa and I'm performing down there, and then
I
all
don't
of a
even
sudden
remember Jonathan Katz. I just don't want to slow you down. Yeah. So you're performing down there.
So I'm performing down there, and all of a sudden I'm sharing a condo with him, with Jonathan Katz.
Right.
And all of a sudden my videos come on MTV, and I fucking went crazy. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Now it's
and then
happening.
It's all
MTV
happening.
was big.
Yeah, and then Jonathan Katz left the condo. He's like, I got to get a new condo, because he didn't know who I was.
Right. So how
And
do
that
you
was
get
the
into the
first time.
movies then? Someone approaches you and says, hey, your characters are really taking off
It was
on MTV?
Peter Paterno.
And he's, what was the first movie?
It was Encino Man. Peter Paterno brought in my Totally Poly tapes to Jeffrey Katzenberg at Disney.
I see.
Yeah.
And
then Jeffrey Katzenberg had Encino Man, and then we rewrote Encino Man.
Who was the guy? Fraser.
Brendan
Fraser
yeah.
was the prehistoric dude, right?
Yeah.
You go on the set there. Is that when things get out of control, when that movie hits? And then that movie made, how much money did that movie make at the time? Do you remember?
I don't know, probably like 60, 70 million.
60, 70 million, and that wasn't an expensive movie to make.
No.
So all of a sudden, now you're a fucking Hollywood commodity.
I got, on my deal, I got, I mean, I don't want to say I got fucked, but I mean, once Jim Carrey started getting $20 million a movie, I was like, how the fuck am I making da-da-da-da, which
Right.
wasn't,
What were you making?
Not a lot compared to
What'd
that.
you get for Encino Man?
Not a lot. It was like a 3-picture deal. I signed a 3-picture deal with Disney, and it was Encino Man, and it was just like they bumped up a certain,
Did you make $300,000?
Yeah, well, more than that.
$500,000?
Probably around that.
And you figured the movie made $70 million.
Yeah.
Probably more. That was just,
And there was no back end or
But I got
anything, just,
$70 million worth of vagina off it.
You did, huh?
So
Did all hell break loose?
No, it was just, it was I don't know, it was a good time, you know what I mean? It was
And all of a sudden it's like, hey, I'm a Hollywood player. Did everyone start sucking your balls?
I was young. I was like 24, 25, you know what I mean? So
What was the second film?
And then it was Son-in-Law.
Son-in-Law. And that made a lot of money, didn't
Yeah,
it?
Son-in-Law did well because it kind of took me out of the kind of MTV audience and brought me into more of a mainstream audience.
You were a leading man all of a sudden.
Yeah, it was I was very lucky with that one.
Who's the chick in Son-in-Law again? What's her name?
Carla Gugino.
Did you fuck her in real life?
No.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Why not?
She had a boyfriend.
Oh.
He was on the set.
She was a good-looking girl.
She's awesome. She was great. You know, it was funny when we were doing that movie, Ashley Judd was almost going to play her role.
And what happened?
Disney wanted Carla.
I see. Probably would have fucked Ashley Judd.
Maybe she didn't have a boyfriend.
Right. So Encino Man hits. And how much money did, not Encino Man, when Son-in-Law, how much money did Son-in-Law make?
I'm not quite sure.
But it was a big hit.
It was around that, yeah.
Around $70 million.
Not that much. It was less than Encino Man. Every movie I did started making less money is what happened.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time we got to Biodome, we were done.
Finished.
Was that the end?
That was the end.
What about In the Army? That was a good one.
That was good too, but it made like 30 or 40 million. It didn't make as much.
So were you in a panic at that point? Did you freak?
I didn't know what I was. I'm trying to think. Was I freak? No, I was. I just like to work. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't like I was so consumed.
The movies you do now, though, is it different? Like in terms of like, oh shit, we don't get that French service, we don't get the good meals, we don't get the truck. I mean, now it's probably like making a movie nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? Like
now he's selling blood.
Right? Yeah. Are you selling blood to make your movies? Like Robert Rodriguez? I mean, it's a different thing now. I mean, it must have been great when you're doing, I don't know.
It was cool because I did
Son-in-Law.
a small part in the Nick Schwartzen film.
Yeah.
That comes out I think in September, and it was just nice to be back on a set of a really big film.
Like right, 'cause it's a different vibe, right?
All the grips, everyone's like, "We miss you, man." Da da da. Because whether you talk shit about my stuff or not, like you said, like the movies every day play on TV for a reason.
Right.
I love
a lot of those
They
movies.
do well, and and I guess
why is Adam Sandler so successful with his? They seem like
his movies do well.
Yeah, but it's the same kind of genre, isn't it? I mean, it's like the goofy guy kind of thing. Like Waterboy and Encino Man don't seem all that different to me.
Maybe you should do waterboarding in Encino Man.
Maybe that's it.
He can waterboard me in Encino.
So no more Playboy Mansion for you?
I go sometimes.
You do?
Yeah.
Where are you going to get laid?
I don't know. The airports.
Everywhere you go, you get laid.
No, I don't. It's not as much as it was to me. It's not as important.
Getting laid isn't as important?
No.
What happened?
I'm just not that interested in it. It's not as much. I think it's my, what's it called when you get older? My mojito? What's it called?
Mojito.
Libido, yeah. I think
Mojito.
Your mojito.
My mojito. No, I just think when you get in your 40s, your interests change. You know what I mean?
In the
It's
last
like
3 months, how many different women have you had? Be honest.
sex or
sex?
Just sex.
Just sex.
Jesus, I don't know.
You don't
not
even
like no, not that much.
Sex?
Shit, I don't know. 3 months?
Yeah.
What
Well,
month
it's 3
are we
months.
in right now?
Right now, it happens to be August. All right? I know that much.
I don't know. Maybe like 4.
4. That's a lot of girls.
Really?
Dude, for a guy who's not that interested, that's a lot of girls. Isn't that a lot of girls for a dude who's not interested?
Absolutely. He's not interested, so I only had 4.
It's only 4. It used to be like 24. No, that's a lot of girls. You'll never get married, right?
Oh, he will.
No, he won't.
I would say
Yeah, he
never.
will.
Never say never. Never say never.
You say he will?
Yeah. He'll get
Yeah.
to be about 60-something.
You know what the type of girl that I'm looking for? Because I was thinking about it for a long time. I was like, well, if I am going to settle down, because obviously you don't want to be with other girls when you create a really good relationship with someone,
Right.
because you're going to say to yourself, why am I going to fuck up this great, awesome friendship and relationship with someone just for a piece of ass?
That's right.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. So because that's really the bottom line.
That is.
Right. So so what I'm thinking is the type of girl that I'll settle down with is going to be like a Sharon Osbourne type.
A manager
Yeah.
but isn't that more of like a mother type? Like
well,
someone
what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
You want someone who can manage your career.
I want someone to be the yin to my yang.
Right.
I don't need like a Playboy model, but one of those type of girls.
Because
Those girls
they're
are fun. You have a great time with them. You enjoy each other's company, but you kind of keep it,
Well, what you're saying is you're looking.
If I'm really going to settle down,
The
it's gonna
Playboy
probably,
model is looking at you to take care of her. You're looking for a woman to take care of you, almost
Right.
like a mother.
Right.
I see him like Groucho got married when he was 100. All these guys, they're almost decrepit. They can't walk. Then they hook up with a girl.
Back in my day, we fucked lots of girls, but now, of course, I'm with my wife. You seem that way.
Oh, I love her. She's the greatest.
Is your dad doing okay?
Yeah, he's doing great.
Is she still getting a lot of pussy? I mean, is
My
he finding,
dad?
Yeah, is he getting?
He's married.
Oh, he is. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. All right, listen to me.
Well, that still doesn't answer the question.
Your next movie should be pursuing Sharon Osbourne. I think you should try to go out with her, and that's the movie.
But if you think about it, you think Ozzy would still be alive without Sharon.
I think he's devoted to Sharon, and he recognizes that she's the most important thing in his life. Although he did fuck up for many years. He used to cheat on her.
Yeah, but
terribly.
imagine him without her.
He's dead.
Right.
You're right.
That's what he would have got hit by a truck.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Maybe you should date the daughter.
Kelly, yeah.
Yeah. Pauly Shore's special, Vegas is My Oyster, airs all month long on
Your
Showtime.
friend Andy Dick's in there.
Yeah, I'm really. I've
what
had it with
happened
Andy.
to him? Like, I just heard yesterday, and then I'm like, what the fuck's going on with you guys?
Me?
Well,
I'm just listening to this guy do an anti-Semitic rant that
He's talking about us Jews?
Yeah, he's talking
What
about
the
a bunch of
hell?
shit. Yeah,
I would cut him out of my special, but it already aired.
What can you do? No, I just thought it was a weird place to be coming from. Like he's trying to attack me, and that's what he's attacking me over.
But for what?
As if it's like I've done something terrible and bad. And he thinks I've done something bad to him because I don't give him a free radio show or something. I don't know. The guy's listen. He's obviously a mess.
He's funny though. He was funny on the show.
Well, that's good. I'm happy he's funny somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, you figured out how to make him funny. You're the only guy who doesn't have to cut him out of everything. Good for you. You ever bang a porn star?
Have I?
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you?
Never.
Never?
Never. I've never. I'm too paranoid about getting ill.
Right.
I know that there's a tremendous amount of STDs in that industry.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So, yeah.
Paulie, didn't you dated that porn star who ended up dying? That girl Savannah, right? You've dated porn stars.
Jesus Christ! What the fuck you bringing that up for? I just had therapy for that shit.
I did. Were you in therapy? Were you in therapy over that?
What? Asking Pauly Shore if he dated a porn star is like
what?
You finished the joke. I'm not good at jokes.
No, but I mean, I didn't know that you went into that dark area with the porn stars.
We had this conversation.
Yeah, but I don't remember. I don't
think
remember.
we discussed Savannah with him, actually.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you,
Are they different porn stars than regular girls? I mean, are they great and better? Or are they just like any other girl? It's just the porn is the performance, and when
they give great oral sex.
They do.
Yeah.
Because they know how to do it.
Yeah.
But what do you think that is? Do you think they just... I don't think porn stars love sex. I think, if anything, they're probably turned off to it.
Some of them do, but it seems different now. It seems like I'll meet these girls, these younger girls that'll get into porn, and they'll be like, oh, it's awesome. I get paid da-da-da-da-da, and I get fucked all day. It's awesome. And some girls, like some of these porno girls, like they won't even have sex in their real life. And then they like to do it on the on the set because these guys have big dicks,
Right.
So you know what I mean? They please it. Yeah.
It's
some
weird.
Some of them do.
And don't you feel bad fucking them because they're looking at you like, hey, maybe Paulie will be my boyfriend and he'll be romantically interested in me?
I don't think they think that.
Why are you sweating so much? Look at your underarms. Are you not using deodorant today?
Are you letting us see you sweat?
Paulie, look up. Oh, pick up your arm. Look what's going on. No, pick up your arm.
I'm not picking up my
arm. Look at that. Look how wet you are.
Shit.
What happened to you?
Well, I don't know. It's sweaty in here. You're grueling me.
Grilling you. Now I know why they won't let you on Chelsea Handler's show. You're sweating too much.
So as far as I'm just trying to think. Is it different? Is it? I don't know.
I was just trying to think if I would be a little bit sad for them, maybe, because they're probably looking at you like, oh, wow, maybe this is my chance to be with a guy who has a legitimate career. And meanwhile, you're saying, hey, she's just somebody I'm going to fuck for the night because she's a porn star.
No, I think that it's pretty much a mutual let's have a good time
thing
type of situation. Yeah, I don't think it's anything else but that.
And you've stopped going to the Playboy Mansion that much. I thought you loved the Playboy Mansion. That's your place.
I go up there.
You are?
Yeah, I go up there. But it's not, like I said, I don't know what it is. I guess when you turn you get in your 40s, things...
You've matured.
Things that were as interesting to you when you were younger, it's just like partying. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't go out and
party.
No, it's not my thing.
You just all of a sudden found it not so much fun
No,
anymore?
absolutely not. I like to go to the spa. I like to relax. I go to the gym.
Right.
I like to have fresh juice,
Right.
It's just kind of like more...
A woman doesn't fit in all the time.
The what?
It's not like a fever like that you need all the time.
It's not as important. It's like your priorities change when you get older. I mean, right?
Let's go to Hook Nose Mike. Go ahead, Hook Nose.
Hey, good morning, Howard, you hook nose Jew bastard. How you doing, brother? Listen, I just wanted to ask Paulie if he ever thanked you for Jillian Grace. Does he know the backstory on how Jillian became a
Yeah, we've been over that. You banged it. You remember banging Jillian?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, she was on our show. That's how she became a Playboy Playmate.
Yeah, she's great. How's she doing?
I don't know.
Isn't she a mother?
She somehow you didn't get her pregnant, but David Spade did, and then she gave birth to David Spade's baby.
How is she doing now?
I don't know.
No one's talked to her?
No one's talking to us.
She won't talk to you?
Well, I mean, I guess she would if we called her. I mean, what am I going to say? I mean, Spade probably talks to her once in a while.
We would hope.
It's amazing you avoided getting any of these girls knocked up. It really is.
I think God has watched over me.
Yeah.
I mean, if you grow up around Sam Kinison, Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, and breastfed by Roseanne Barr, and you know what I mean? It's like, and I'm still like standing here like I'm that same guy,
You wear rubber all the time, I guess, huh?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you ever be with a Playboy Playmate and just pull out and just hope for the... You have?
Of course.
And you never got them pregnant?
I mean, I assume I haven't.
Wow.
Because I would
what
probably
a lucky thing.
Dodging those bullets.
What's with you guys?
What happens is when you, I guess when you know that pre-cum is coming out.
Yes.
You got.
But you don't know when pre-cum is coming.
That's
According
the
to what
problem
I've
with
read, pre-cum comes out sometimes and you don't know it. Like guys think they're holding back sexually, and they know when to pull out. But things can drip out, evidently.
Well, you got to pull the pre-cum out and make sure that they,
How do you do that?
That you just.
I could be pre-cumming right now. I'm not even sure. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a miracle that you haven't had a child. And that would have been a complication in your life that would have been insane because you're not interested in a relationship with these girls. And
I think there's a lot of guys that get complications in their life with children that deal with it once they have the kid. I think we're all, I would say probably about maybe 25% of the population were accidents.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you think?
Probably a little higher than that.
I'd have to think I was.
No, stop.
But doesn't look like my parents really wanted me all that much. So the point is, you've been very, very lucky that you do enter a woman without a rubber, and that you do run the risk of having a baby. But you're philosophical about it. Baby comes, you know she's going to want it because she's going to hit you up for dough. Are you a multimillionaire? I would think you are after all those movies.
I have a couple homes that are worth millions.
You do?
Yeah.
Did you work out things with your family over the rights to that Comedy Store?
Yeah, things are a lot better.
You're friendly with your brothers?
Yeah.
No kidding?
Yeah.
You're all talking?
Yes.
Getting along?
Yes.
I mean, there was a big issue.
Yes,
you
there
wanted to
was.
do certain things with the Comedy Store, which your mother started with your father.
Yeah.
And she left it to you to run, and your brothers. And your brothers didn't see things the way you did. You wanted to develop the club in a certain way. Your brothers didn't. It was a big falling out. One of the times you were on, you were very open and honest about it. And then next thing we know, you got a call from your brother, and he wanted to get on the air. And then the other brother told him not to come on the air. It was a whole fucking deal. How the hell did you work all that out? How did you work it out with your brothers about the direction of the Comedy Store?
I think we just started talking. You know, I think at the end of the day,
Did they acquiesce to your ideas? That was the rub.
I don't think it was about the ideas. I think it was about mostly the control. You know what I mean? It wasn't so much about like, oh, this is an idea, that's a bad idea, da da da. But at the end of the day, the club needs to make money, and it's a business. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of people I think that are in businesses that get along and don't get along. And I think that we just need to start thinking about the business.
You're being very philosophical.
You're not
but
telling us who's running the club.
I'm not running the club.
So what happened? Why are you not running the club?
Well, one of my brothers is running the club.
And
he's
so
in charge of
you
it right
even
now.
said to me, you were the one who was successful in show business. You're the successful comedian. You're the one who had success in movies. Wouldn't it make logical sense that you run the club? I mean, have they been successful in comedy? No. So that was your gripe.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow you just said, fuck it. You gave up.
No, we're working together on it right now.
So they listen to you, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, it's a.
What happens when they don't listen?
Well, it's almost like eventually people start talking,
right?
In any relationship, and we just started talking. And
are you friendly with them again?
Yeah, that's
you
what
go
I'm
over their
saying.
homes.
No, but we have dinners like with my mom, and my mom just had her birthday, and we all kind of had dinner together. So.
And you all get together and speak.
Yes.
And you have each other's phone numbers and you talk.
Yes.
Wow, big doings there. I never thought I'd see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, because at the end of the day, it is a business, and I think we're all kind of trying to put the business first, as opposed to any of the kind of past
big growth
things
big growth
that were going on. So right now we're in the middle of me and my brother are in the middle of trying to put together the 40th anniversary of the Comedy Store. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
Oh, that's a next special. Watch him and his brother in a room discuss what that special should be.
Right.
Can imagine.
So what happened? One of them tried to call to be on the air. And
yes.
It's hysterical.
And the other brother didn't. I mean, because you had made some pretty heavy, statements about your family and all of that. But the other brother said, "Listen, maybe let's end this. This is crazy."
Yeah.
So anyway, hey, listen. If you're interested in applying to be Paulie's assistant, that's a whole nother thing going on.
What's that all about?
Go to willworkforpaulie.com. Paulie is actively searching for an assistant, and one of the prerequisites is how many people do you know in show business, and how you and if you can get them on the phone. And when Paulie actually listen,
do they know Chelsea Handler?
Well, that would be ideal. So when Paulie interviews these women, he describe it, Paulie. You say to them, "Look, who do you know that's important in show business? And let me see you get them on the phone." Is that correct?
No, that's not correct.
All right, go ahead.
No.
What is correct?
It's basically it would be cool to, I guess, work with someone side by side with you that brought something to the table from their past.
Right.
Some type of experience, whether they worked at HBO or Showtime, Comedy Central, something that You know what I mean?
Right. That
Because
they need a credential.
Just something, so it's like they're not just kind of leaning on your stuff. You know
How
what
much
I mean?
does a Pauly Shore assistant make? I mean, what kind of money are we talking about here? If
What I usually do is I like to get their job history,
right,
to see what they did and their see their resume and
Right.
see where they were before and how much money they made before. And I usually, if I like someone, I kind of go by that.
And what does someone
So-
have to do for you as the assistant? Do they sit there and take dictation? I mean, what is it they do?
It's probably similar to maybe what one of your assistants do.
Like what? What do you?
I don't
what
know.
do you
I
have
mean,
them
I do. I do.
Are you one of those bosses that like, oh, you have to be available 17 hours a day? Are you?
Kinda, but that's just for stuff like where's my flight information.
Right.
That's if they forget that, like they have to be available for that. Or
There's a lot of that, a lot of flying around, a lot of making connections and this kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's probably a lot of it's kind of booking stand-up tours, press, travel, hotel. On that, a lot of it is
a lot of detail work.
Yeah, a lot of it. I have a couple of houses. So there's stuff on that. There's tenants living in one house. I'm just leasing out another house.
So it's personal life and professional
maintenance
life.
stuff, and then there's a lot of production stuff. So they'll kind of help oversee the deliverables. For instance, on Vegas is My Oyster,
right,
with Showtime. A lot of the what other stuff is there? The social media stuff.
Sounds like a
So
person
it's-
could make $17,000-$18,000 a year doing an important job like that, right?
I don't know.
No, really. What do you pay an assistant? What figure do you have in mind? I mean, that sounds like a lot of work, quite frankly. You're sitting there and putting your schedule
Yeah, it
together.
sounds like you'll never see home.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're one of those guys who expects everyone there with them 24 hours a day. So, what kind of money are we talking about? Let's be frank.
Well,
are we talking over $100,000 a year?
No.
All right. What are we talking about?
But like I said, I don't. Everyone's different, so I don't say okay, they're going to get this, because if it's some kid out of college that wants to learn everything, I'm not going to give them that.
Can
much.
they make as much as $60,000 a year? No. Oh boy. Can they make $50,000?
Yeah, probably around
somewhere
around there.
All right. How personal does it get? Do you ever fuck your assistants? Do you ever have sex with them?
No.
Never.
No.
What do you mean? What do you mean? No. You fuck everyone else. Why not fuck your assistant?
Oh my God.
I mean, for God's sake.
No. No.
All right.
But also another thing is a lot of these assistants, they'll have like a small team of people under them to kind of come in daily once in a while. So they'll kind of manage other people that come in. So it's like if I have a shooter, an editor, a graphics person, they'll come in once a week, and they'll kind of just organize that. So the assistant's job is really to kind of manage my stuff, but kind of oversee a small team of people.
All right. Sounds like a lot of work. $50,000. You got to really earn your keep with the Pauly Shore organization.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if it's not a financial thing, then they're learning a lot of stuff. So.
All right. Well, sounds like you need an illegal alien is what you're really looking for, honestly, but we'll see. Would you have a male assistant? Or was it...
most of my assistants are male.
Oh, most of them are men?
Yeah.
That's why you probably don't fuck them. I get it.
So what do you think about being my personal assistant?
About who?
Anyone. Do you think it would be something good for someone, or?
I think
excluding the money situation.
The personal assistant thing is very funny to me because I think some people expect that person to become everything to them. And you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know what kind of boss you are, but there are certain guys who think for $50,000 a year you own that person and you should have them around you 24/7. And really, that's not fair.
Yeah, but I'm out of town. I'll be out of town like 3 weeks a month. I'm always on the road.
I see.
So it's like they're, you know what I mean?
But they can't be available to you all the time. You understand?
No,
what I'm
I mean,
saying.
yeah. I mean, I don't need it as long as they do their job and they give me their stuff. It's not like I'm going to call them up and go, get me some cough syrup.
Right.
So it's not like that.
It's pretty well
traveling
defined.
with you,
No.
Well, I think it could be a good deal.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might be fun. Who knows? I mean, what do I know? All right, anyway. Pauly, it's good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yep.
Give up the Chelsea handler thing. Just let it go.
Let go of that.
I just...
So she doesn't have you on. Who cares?
All right.
There's other shows. You come here. You're welcome here. What's the matter, man? You all right?
Nothing. I'm
you
okay. Yeah.
I don't know, man. You seem a little weird today. Like something's bothering you.
I don't know.
Are
You
we
all right?
going to find out something when you leave?
Something going on in your life you want to tell me about?
Like what?
I don't know. I'm getting a vibe that there's something on your mind you want to tell me about. You seem depressed.
No, I'm okay.
No, something happened. I can feel it.
Really?
Yeah. Someone's pregnant.
Oh God. Oh, man. Oh my God, that would be awful.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Everything fine? I was worried about you.
The what?
I was worried about you.
Yeah, it was tough, but things are okay now.
Yeah, with your brothers.
Yeah.
Right. One of the brothers wanted to come on.
One of your brothers, and I can't tell you which one because I genuinely don't remember. One of your brothers called and he said, listen, I want to dispute a lot of what he said. And I said, great, would you come on the phone? And he said, yeah, just let me talk to my other brother. And then he called me back the next day, or I called him and he said, you know what, lawyer said if this isn't a good idea, I'm just going to lay low.
Right.
So I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, you got it all straightened out.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's kind of straightened out.
No, it's definitely around the corner. Right. But it's not like
what it was.
It's not what it was at all.
Like would you go? Would they say, "Hey, come on over for Thanksgiving," or it's not there yet?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That sucks when it's not comfortable with your family.
Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you for coming in again.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Good to see you, man.
Thanks.
Can I take a quick picture of you, man?
Here,
10, Howard. Let's go down
I'll take one more. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Later, guys.
See you later, Paul. All right. What is it?
Paulie, is today equally as therapeutic as the last appearance?
I don't remember. I just do it. I don't know what happens. So
you get in almost the zone.
Yeah, you just kind of get in a zone. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh, I thought you were handing me that. No, I don't know. It's just one of those things. You just do it, and then hopefully it plays good on the air.
It did, and it was less family talk this time. It was more about sort of your career path and what's led you to this point. Do you ever reflect on that on your own, or is this Howard? It's the chance to get it all out there and think about everything that's gone on in your life and career up to this point.
No, I try to on stage as a stand-up comic. I try to talk a lot about that stuff. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about lately is a lot of his like autobiographical stuff. So the fact that he was talking about all that stuff, it wasn't that odd,
It wasn't that new to you because you're doing
Yeah, I've been kind of doing it lately on stage, yeah.
Besides stand-up, what are you looking to do next? Where is your career going to take you from this point?
I want to do something dramatic, something kind of unexpected, something different. So I'm working on that. And then I'm messing with some CMT movie right now, and then I'm trying to put together the 40th anniversary of the Comedy Store right now. So
cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of where my next thing that I'm leading to.
The other thing I wanted to ask you about was Andy Dick. How much contact do you have with that guy?
We text once in a while.
Are you going to relay any of this? Not as if Andy hasn't heard Howard's rants, but are you going to ask him about specifically his relationship with Howard and really what went wrong from his perspective?
If I see him, yeah, but I'm not going to reach out. I'm not going to reach out to him and be like, yo, what happened? But if I see him, I'll ask him. Because I think that's his own deal with Howard, so I kind of want to stay out of that,
But based on the information you heard from Howard's, with all the anti-Semitic rants and all that stuff, is it possible that Andy even has a side to his story, a valid argument, do you think?
I have to hear Andy's stuff first. Mm-hmm. So I'm not quite sure. I haven't heard it, but I assume if Howard's pissed off, it was probably pretty bad.
Right.
But I haven't heard it yet. So if I heard it, I'd be like, oh shit, I can't. You know what I mean? So where I just hear it online or something, You
have to do him diligence, so to speak, so you know where he's coming from as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he said. I heard it was bad stuff, but I mean, Andy, hopefully, Gary told me he wasn't on drugs or he wasn't drunk when he did it.
Yeah, he sounded very lucid and clear-minded.
Yeah, that being said, it sounds very kind of not like Andy. So I don't know. Maybe he's just bitter because Howard had a deal with Andy. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Right, he was doing shows fairly regularly.
Yeah, and then Howard kind of snipped him and Gary snipped him, so maybe there was something built up about that instead of Andy taking ownership, saying, "Hey, my show wasn't good," and it wasn't really where it should have been, and he 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 didn't take ownership, you know.
Right, now
So-
he feels slighted and bitter and all that.
Yeah, so I think maybe it all kind of came out on this guy's radio show.
Cool. Well, thanks for stopping by. Good luck with your future projects. Hope to see you soon, Paul.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks.
Later.
Why do you think you were so sweaty today?
Oh, I don't know. My shirt. I know.
Were you embarrassed?
About my shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's sweating. So I didn't know. I mean, I never worn this shirt before.
Was there something you were holding back and not telling Howard? He thought something was wrong with you.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I just didn't know where the interview was going to go. So I didn't know, you know what I mean? It was like we got out so much stuff at the beginning, and then after that it was like, I don't know what else he wanted to talk about. I mean, we started talking about the special and different things like that, but I mean, it's kind of like, you know, you can't keep talking about one story for hours and hours.
Right, but he thought something was maybe on your mind, something was wrong with you, you weren't telling him everything. He was concerned.
Yeah, no, I am pretty much honest with him.
Okay.
I didn't say any, there's anything that, you know what I mean?
So you're okay.
Yeah, everything's cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Paulie.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Good seeing you, man.
Later, man. Bye.
Later.
Peace.